Hi everyone, welcome to episode 3 of Court of Corvids. Thank you so much for joining us. As for my thank yous, not only do I want to thank you, but I want to thank everyone at the table for
You're welcome.
You're so welcome for me being here.
That's 4 thank yous.
No, it's one giant thank you that encompasses multiple people.
Well, I want my own thank you.
Well, maybe next episode, depending on how long you survive this one.
Whoa.
I don't like that at all.
Hey, don't take it the wrong way. The character will live. Jonas will die.
That's just how hard I
We're looking for a new player.
Right.
Apply below.
Apply in the comments.
Before we
Don't
get
apply the comments.
No.
Please don't.
Please,
No,
I
we
plan
like
to
each other.
continue.
or do, I don't care. Before we get into anything, I do want to go ahead and start with our warning of the episode, which is that this is an adult-themed show. While I know that there are specific things that are planned, these players are, well, unique. And they bring up things that I would have never thought of. So the only known warning for this episode is substance abuse. So if that is something that you are sensitive to, be aware of that and hit us up on social media and we can talk to you about timestamps to avoid. But from there, let's actually go ahead and introduce everyone. My name's Indigo. I am the GM. I will be playing everyone in this game. I personally am he, him, but I will be playing everything from all genres. Jonas, let's start with you.
I am Jonas Newhouse, he, him, or they, them, and I am playing the Chameleon Gnome Storm Druid, Robin Way.
I am William, they, them, and I am playing the What's up?
Robin, she, her.
Yep, I was like.
Okay, and I'm William, they, them, and I am playing the Goblin Fighter, Remy Ashwillow, also they, them.
I'm Krug, he, him, playing Krug Claudel the Human Monk, also he, him.
So many tongue twisters.
I've been practicing for like weeks into this episode.
Yeah, gear up for yours.
My name is Molly McIsaac. I am she, her. I play Moss the Magnificent. And I didn't bring my ears because I came straight from work, so don't hate me. I am a elf, obviously. The ears and
But what's Moss?
Yeah, right?
She is a she's basically me. Moss is a sorcerer. She's Moss the Magnificent because she's very fancy. Yeah.
Awesome.
I did want to say we saw everything y'all said. We're gonna incorporate. We really appreciate everything you said the last week. And
except for that one comment.
Except for that one.
There was one comment that we did see but will not be incorporated. Yes.
You know who you are.
You're probably not here.
It's all of you.
So let's get right into it. As we left off in the last episode, the group had unlocked this puzzle box, at least 2 out of the 3 locks that are on it. They discovered a map of Anunnaki. Moss knew exactly where in Anunnaki it was, and you had all pulled out a quill pen with some red ink and you started to scratch over the paper where you believed that there was going to be a name. Krug said he wasn't going to laugh when I announced this name. So we're going to see.
I didn't promise that, though.
I say Krug
I'm gonna
was.
watch. I'm gonna see.
So as the name goes across, the word...
Butt. The name's gonna be Butt.
You already made a dick butt joke last time.
No, I just said Butt.
You made a
Just
dick butt joke?
I did not.
I did not.
Who made a dick butt joke?
Last time, didn't you make a dick butt joke?
Was that
I
the
would have
show?
remembered that.
Did I?
Oh, was it maybe it wasn't the show.
That might have been a home
Not
game. Or a different
canon.
show. Anyway, I'm sorry, what's the name?
As you scratch across, the name reads Arturo.
Why is that funny to you?
I don't.
That's for the same reason it's funny to me, but a little bit less.
Player knowledge.
Wait.
You also played with an Arturo.
I did.
Yep.
Oh,
In
I
fact,
understand why this is funny now. Isn't this great entertainment?
Why am I the only person who doesn't understand?
It's because we really like Indigo and we know a lot about him.
It's from the Indigo-verse.
It's because this is the only first fantasy game we've ever played together. There is always an Arturo in all of my games.
Okay. I was gonna say I thought that I was everybody's friend, but I guess.
No. Molly, the reason you don't know is because you didn't watch the D&D Christmas one shot that I ran for these guys.
Well, I'm the bad friend now.
Oh wait! Oh no!
Oh wait, that's not up. Never mind.
No, I was actually gonna save it for this year because it was too late for the last one, so I was
that's
you ruined it.
Okay, only
still
our
do it.
yeah, we still can, and you get a little sneak
It
peek.
doesn't
into
matter because we know that everyone who watches Pathfinder streams doesn't watch D&D streams.
Exactly.
There's no crossover. We get it.
So backstory. Sorry, I will give this a little bit of backstory.
Sure.
So my first ever D&D character was named Arturo.
Okay.
And Arturo died in a horrific accident because he had a bag of holding, and someone, when I was unconscious, put me in a portable hole. Well, when two extra-dimensional spaces are placed inside of each other, it causes a large explosion.
You know how it is.
And so Arturo died that day, and there were some things with the GM, and we ended up replaying that session. But I ended up burning that character sheet, and I said, "No, that character's dead." So every time I've ever GM'd, Arturo has existed in the world because I imagine that same character in that blast of extraplanar space literally just duplicated into every single universe that's ever existed. And so Arturo is
Arturo's also in your session, probably just a background character that the GM never mentions, but Arturo's there.
Yeah.
Question: is Arturo going under enemies or allies? From the character sheet?
There is no information you know.
It just has the name Arturo.
Yeah.
Do any of us know an Arturo? Can I roll some kind of lore on it?
Sure. Yeah, being from the city that this note is connected to, I think I want to run that as well.
You need
do me a favor, Remy. Do me a favor and actually roll Underworld for me.
Lore. Sure.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Critical miss?
There are no critical misses in stat checks, but
Wait.
but you did roll a 1.
I think there are, because someone in the comment section
there
said
objectively
there was.
is. But it's just whether we're playing with it or not.
I like it, though.
I don't. Thank you.
Right now I want to forget my whole name and my whole life. Remy just like completely is gone now.
You just vanish into
I get
a puff of stupid.
I get a critical miss in Remy, and you turn Robin, and you go, "Where's my who?"
Oh, it's gonna be that kind of game, is it?
So okay, so
I'm Remy.
William, what did Remy get on their occult lore?
So that's a 5 total.
A 5 total.
5 total.
Okay. What are you rolling?
I feel like probably society lore makes the most sense since I'm trying to think. Like I lived in this city.
What is
maybe he's a forest
lore?
man.
I have theater lore, but what's the other
I've rolled a 20 now.
That's a blank.
So that's pretty fun.
It's a blank. As in, it's
There's a feat you can take to add another one.
yeah. It's just kind of like there, just in case.
I just want to point out how like in sync our marriage is at the moment.
Hey.
I got a critical miss. Critical success.
Oh.
Over here.
That's exactly the opposite.
22.
You guys should give TED Talks together.
I'm gonna get up.
Are either of you going to roll anything? Society?
I think
you can
Moss,
make anything,
Moss
please,
is
anything.
like a well-connected lady. She might know something,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So roll society.
Because she's got a high
She's
society.
social.
She's
I
high
would say
society.
so.
2. A 20.
Wow,
you
we
both-
matched. Hell yeah. Did that look very weird? Probably.
All right. So, William, Remy knows Arturo.
Oh boy.
Remy knows Arturo in Anunnaki.
Oh boy.
You actually worked with Arturo back in the day before you had met Robin.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're about to follow this lead, everyone. I know exactly who this is.
Wait, hold on.
No.
Hold on, I'm thinking.
I've never been more sure of anything in my life.
Great. That's
Robin,
great, babe.
I'm more sure of this than I am about my love for you. I know who this is.
Hold on. That's serious, actually. You mean that?
I've got this.
Okay. That's a good lead to follow, then.
Y'all need a moment or
No, that's
just make sure.
That doesn't mean that they love me less. It means they really care about this lady.
I am ignorantly confident.
As for Moss and Robin, both of you also know an Arturo that lives in Anunnaki. A very well-to-do human that lives there.
What's his deal? What's his whole thing?
Well, with a 22, that you know that Arturo actually owns a couple of farms and owns a store in town.
Oh,
and so
merchants.
That's where they gain most of their money and kind of like affluence within the society. Even though there isn't any sort of major like politician or anything like that, like they have some sway and they've got the money to be able to buy things. Like they never have to really worry about any sort of issues. But it doesn't make sense why his name would be on this sheet.
That's
So
cult had.
yeah.
So is this some random farmer?
I mean, a successful farmer and merchant. I wouldn't expect him to be in this kind of puzzle box, but then I wouldn't expect all these people around to be acting like this. So who knows?
No, Arturo is like he chills in like alleys and when we were
Is it
working,
the same Arturo?
I only know one Arturo, so it's got to be the same one, right?
Probably the same one. The same one you're.
I mean, like
I also knew.
Actually, I would say, Remy, you know of both Arturos, but you're confident that the one that you had worked with is the one because it makes more sense, you know.
Oh, yeah,
shady.
no, shady. Like, he's always wearing like black, and like every time you approach him, he goes like, "Hey, come here," and you're like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, I mean, what they're describing does sound like what we would.
And the other Arturo is like, "Oh hi,
he's
I have a
pretty
store.
up and up,
There's the farm.
Not someone
I'm
look forward to
nice.
talking
I'm
to
kind.
again.
Yeah. He bought me a like 10 rounds one night.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it wasn't.
Well, I mean, either way, I'm not going to finish that.
Robin, you start to like what tension that you had felt as you entered this town, specifically for you, kind of eases momentarily, and the sound of thunder starts to rumble above all of you, and as that happens, it starts to rain. Softly at first, but then quickly hits to almost a hail-like sound. Like there are large droplets, and it is pouring down very quickly in the town you're
Is
all
this
in.
like common weather here?
No. In fact, you don't remember the last time it rained.
I paid my goblins good money to fix my hair like this.
Robin just undoes her hair and starts just like washing it in the rain and just like loving it.
Dagorno, dog skate, come here. Get underneath me. I don't want you to smell like wet dog.
Where, what's around us? Are we in town or in the forest?
You're in town
Or,
right now.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Are there still
we're
people?
outside?
We're in the
outside.
bazaar.
Yeah.
What time
You're
is it? Is it still morning?
Can we get under a tent?
Yeah.
Or like something?
Yeah, you can go underneath the
pop
tent. As for time-wise, I would say it's morning, I believe, is when you would
Yeah, we
first
got
got
in there in the morning.
Yeah, but you all are
We
very
are
tired.
really tired. I forgot we stayed up all night.
Yeah, we're really tired. Okay,
look,
I do
yeah,
want to check in. Everyone saw that skeleton, right?
Yeah.
We all encountered the big skeleton who was
That
like,
was-
"Oh,
that
you
was
did it!
scary.
You did a thing!" And now everyone, you set things in motion. You're doomed. I'm a skeleton.
You hear this noise echoing from the other side of the bazaar.
Are you okay?
I hide under the dogs.
Roll it. Are you gonna actually?
Actually,
stealth?
yeah, I will. Yeah.
Hey, tiny friends. Just FYI, Moss is 6 feet tall, so just for future reference. She also wears
But
lots of
I
flowing
don't.
robes.
The thing is, like, Robin is like a fan, and I feel like I don't know you that well enough yet. But that's in our future for sure.
Lollipop kids.
That is a 22.
A 22.
Yep, stealth.
Okay,
I'm-
puppies.
the only thing I've rolled so far this session is 22.
Does
You're putting it in your hand in front of my camera. Get out of my field.
Quick, pick me up. Pick me up.
Are you motioning to her or me?
I'm a moss, the magnificent. No, pick me up. Put me on your back like a satchel. But underneath the rope, they won't see me.
Do it, Moss.
as you're saying this, you can start to hear the not only that person's voice, but you start to hear the rabbling of other people coming from that side, and you can hear them getting close. Yeah, they're over there. I can see them clear as day.
Oh no, they can see us. Hurry.
Do you think he means us?
Well, yeah.
Hurry.
Moss scoops and runs.
Oh, scoop and run.
Okay,
Roll me a strength check.
Oh Lord.
Or an athletic specifically. So.
Okay. I don't have any athletics.
Did everybody book it?
no, I'm just hiding under my dogs.
14.
14.
We're hiding
I
under
have no
you.
modifier.
Yeah.
Okay, a 14.
Yeah.
How much do you weigh? You're like 50 pounds.
Yeah, I'm 80 pounds.
80 pounds.
80 pounds.
Okay. You're able to pick them up.
Hell yeah.
Any of you even gonna roll to see what's going on?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do that
I'm
too.
not gonna like
I'm gonna roll
run far.
perception.
I'm gonna run for shelter
Sure.
and to like observe.
Can I roll to hide underneath Moss's robe?
I thought she picked you up and put you on like a satchel.
Well, like underneath the robe. I said under.
Like, you know when you were in high school and you didn't want your backpack to get
Okay,
wet?
that's actually going to be a check for you. That's going to be 2 checks for you. First check is going to be a stealth, and second check is going to be an athletics or an acrobatics. You can choose of you climbing.
Athletics.
You know the GM likes that idea when they make you roll twice for it.
Yep.
Which one was that?
That was a stealth.
Okay.
So good. I'm gonna use my tiny die. That was because I rolled 2 critical misses in a row for that one.
Goodness.
Not much better. I'm at 10 total.
A 10 total.
10 total to hold on to the back underneath the robe, and a critical miss for the stealth.
Okay, so as you're starting to like go towards shelter, you can feel Remy starting to slip, but the worst part about it is that when Remy's slipping, Remy's holding on to your dress, and so your dress is like going up and up and up.
Boss is like holding onto the collar with one hand, like trying to hoist Remy up a little bit more with my other.
During this giant cluster,
Your silk is so
Krug has
hard.
literally just turned to face the sound and not moved since then.
Yeah.
What is your perception?
Natural 20.
Nice.
No joke.
Sweet.
What's your
2
total?
critical misses and a critical success and a critical success.
What's your
23.
23? Are you
22.
22? Okay. So the two of you see the red-faced, beardless dwarf that is standing there with a crowd of people with pitchforks and torches behind him. And he is pointing directly at the group of you.
Good old-fashioned lynching.
Oh, I'm Krug. I'm so glad I stayed.
I can run. You guys can't run.
That's true,
fast.
you're very
I'm
with,
good.
With the additional information, the two of you actually can also see someone specific in the crowd, which is the local keeper, also in the crowd.
Okay. Do we?
That's Samais.
Yes.
Samais. Samais.
Yes.
Does Samais know your dad?
No.
No.
The keepers don't all know
The
each
keepers
other?
don't know each other because they go.
They know each other. I'm
Oh.
sorry. I thought you asked if that was.
No,
no,
they
no.
knew.
Oh.
They would know him.
Yeah. I mean, everyone knows who all of the keepers are. They're not a hidden.
Would he know about her?
I would say
Like, would he know
a
that?
very basic intelligence check for all of you would say that all of you know that this person just got caught in the middle of the forest at a what seemed to be a cremation.
Yes.
So I would
Right.
say that something's going on.
No, what I meant was, does the keeper know that she's the daughter
Yes,
of the other keeper?
but it probably doesn't matter.
Okay. I was looking
The
for
keeper
leverage.
himself seems to be in
Yeah.
some shit right now.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know what's going on. I'm under a robe.
So
yeah.
You see the back of Remy's not of Remy you see the back of Moss's back. Very close.
There's a tattoo back here.
a lot.
Wow, this back piece is gorgeous.
Thank you. So my goblins, I pay them. They're
Yep.
loyal. I in my little like tour cart, maybe. Like, could we go there? Are they nearby?
Sure, you
Yeah.
can head that direction.
Okay. So I'm gonna gesture at you and go with you and just try to like
hike
slip.
me up.
Yeah, try to. I'm gonna pull my big witch hat down and kind of like get down. I mean, I'm an imposing giant elf girl, but
You're trying. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do me a favor. It's still going to be a stealth roll, but it's not like you're trying to actually hide. You're just trying to be less noticeable.
Unassuming.
Yeah, you're being
even
unassuming.
though Moss's favorite thing is to be noticed. So.
Exactly.
So roll at disadvantage.
So stealth.
Yes, please.
Okay. 17.
17. Okay, that's really good actually.
That's really good, but also I rolled a critical miss, and I'm on your back. So the whole time I'm like,
Why are you messing things up for me?
You're so bouncy when you walk. Can we smooth it out?
I can't help that I have these long legs.
That's true.
What are you and you doing?
So
Yeah.
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
One, lynch mob with pitchforks and fire. Not a common occurrence, I assume.
Very uncommon.
Very
Especially
uncommon.
now.
They were all
It's spring.
kind. Everyone got along.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Remember
all
this?
loved me.
Remember the peaceful cities?
What's your second question?
Do I feel like they individually? I'm sure there's a bunch of them, and if they all attacked me, they'd be able to kill me. But can any individual one of them pose a threat to me specifically?
Well, you Probably not individually.
Probably
no.
not individually. Okay, cool.
Well, actually, do me a favor. The two of you, why don't you roll me?
For the record, I'm still just standing there staring at them, and I'm about to.
Yeah.
say
Yeah, I got you. Do me a favor. I'm trying to figure out
You're
what.
just doing some Sherlock stuff.
Yeah.
You're like seeing the numbers and you're like, okay.
Do me a favor. Both of you roll me a society.
Sure.
Society.
You're both working on that while Masa and I are planning our new life.
Yeah.
Well, I might be. You gestured, and so I
Yeah.
need to resolve that.
Yes,
but,
yes.
but I'm not moving yet.
Yeah.
18. That's
This is like
Yeah.
momentary. This is your
For
brain interacting with what you're seeing in
Yeah.
the environment. This isn't any time passing.
Sure.
Our characters are smarter and more adept than we are, and we're just taking the time to figure that out.
To encompass their knowledge.
Yeah.
15.
15? 18? I would actually say both of you get this piece of information, which is this is the first time you remember it raining in a while. The keeper is there. There is a mob of people that are upset. They all know that someone, specifically Moss, went out into the grove when they weren't supposed to. More than likely, they think that you guys are the reason why it's raining and
Which
why...
is not true.
It actually might be.
Yeah, no, it totally is.
That would be your society check, because
Sure.
you are all very hyper aware that if you were caught going out there,
There was going to be
I
a
mean,
problem.
to be fair though, like from our perspective and like the world's perspective, if someone showed up and like lit your house on fire and then I put water on it to put it out and someone came home and was like, oh, there's all this water in my house. Like, that'd be a little unreasonable.
But they don't know that we interrupted.
They don't know that we put the fire out.
Yeah.
They just think we filled the house with
the
water.
water.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but now imagine that there was
good
also
analogy.
no damage to the fire to the house itself from the fire. That would be a proper equivalent.
For sure.
Like
Oh,
you had caught it
my-
right before it started damaging
My
things.
house,
Here's
my
where
house that
Robin's
doesn't
at.
burn
Why
down.
is rain a problem?
My
Rain
house
is
that-
good. That's how life grows.
Okay, here I'm bumping it up. Okay, the
Is
house
Robin a stoner?
has to be on fire for a certain
Robin's
amount
a
of time before
druid.
any damage takes. This analogy is
This
is
analogy is
gone.
turning
It's
into
gone.
the
Yeah.
situation. So I'm going to look at the guy who's pointing at me and ink all
Yeah.
over the place and say,
Oh.
okay. I'm sorry if I got you.
No, I'm kidding.
What's going on here? What's
Okay,
all
yeah,
this?
that second I'm taking off. So I was gonna pop out and be like, "Hey, Krug, should we?" But no, Robin just, I'm holding I'm basically like Mission Impossible and just grabbing the underside of Dogske. I'm just gonna like give 2 pats and have him follow off.
Animal handling?
Is that
You're not the
nature survival?
It's actually
it persuasion
we're
or
gonna
diplomacy?
we're gonna go into that when
Yeah.
it's actually going to be a acrobatics.
Okay. Thank
But so what do you say?
I'm saying, what's all this?
What's all this then?
What's with
What's this then?
what's with all the violence? What are you guys doing?
So they, as a mob, do not respond
die.
and continue to move towards you.
Oh, cool. Are they like sprinting towards me or like walking towards me?
Wait, you have to make up for what happened last time, so you've got to fight and kill all of them.
Have you seen Kingsman? You know that scene?
Yeah.
In the church.
In the church. Just have you Kingsman church.
This is gonna be a church scene right here.
I have to become the king's man.
I'm gonna look at the guy and just be like, "What's your name? I saw you before. You're the one who was talking about being in the forest
No,
earlier."
you have never seen this person.
Oh,
It's
it was
not
in the
the Arcturia.
forest.
That was Moss. That's
Fuck.
player
knowledge, not character knowledge. Sorry, everybody.
Metagaming is never okay.
Yeah, it should be punishable by death.
Again, not of Krug, but of you.
Yes.
But you, Krug.
Yeah.
Not Krug, just Krug.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking for 2 new players.
Wait, hold on. I thought I earned my spot back. Okay.
What? When everybody asked, that's how this works.
Yeah, so you have not met this person. You just see that there's a single person that is driving this group. You do not recognize them from anything. In fact, you've never met this person before.
Are they very far out into the front of the group, or are they like just at the front, like touching the?
They're all touching. There's
cool.
like they're almost shoulder to shoulder because they're going through the bazaar, and as you remember, that the bazaar is like tight corridors and stuff like that. So it's like where you all were standing, you could see them kind of almost like at the stage that the keeper was originally talking at, and they're moving towards all of you. I would say you probably have like maybe 1 action before they reach you.
Yeah. I'm gonna run.
I would like Robin
Acrobatics?
to roll me an acrobatics.
All right. 12.
12? 12 is... I'm going to say that you get about 15 feet and you fall, actually.
Okay.
I would say that DC is probably a 15. So
Sure.
you're holding on and you get away, but then you fall, and then Dogskate runs over you, but like turns around and like nudges you to like get on.
So I'm gonna ride Dogskate normal.
And you can actually tell that Dogskate is actually pretty worried.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Also, I want Dagorno to follow us.
Dagorno's followed you.
Dagorno's underneath Moss.
No.
Yeah.
Just like under the robe. We're all together.
We're gonna add a third check to this of not tripping over Dagorno.
Yes.
All right, so
I didn't choose this life.
Are you? Where are you running to?
So I'm running after them. I'm assuming you guys are going like towards the out of town general area.
So
going to
Moss
her
is going to
wagon.
their
her
wagon,
wagon.
which was right off of on the outside.
So I'm
and
going
my goblin
to.
gang.
I'm going there. I'm looking for a place where if I see something where I can just go up, like climb up a ladder,
Assassin's
like a
Creed.
side of a wall. Like I want to see if there's like an Assassin's Creedable way out of this situation. But if not, I'm just gonna keep running.
I mean, you can climb on top of
Assassin's
some of
Krug.
the like bazaars.
I've done it. I've done it.
You can easily climb on top of the bazaars, but a lot of them are like cloth tops. And so, it's probably not the safest thing.
No.
Bounce off like Aladdin do.
Like Aladdin do.
No.
Have you not played the Genesis?
I have, but no.
All right, so Moss, you reach to your like little. Describe it to me. What is it? What is it?
It's like a caravan. So I probably have some variety of old horse or cow.
I would.
If I picture the thing from Bug's Life, all the little bug performers, you know what you remember Bug's Life, the circus performers that like traveled? If I pictured that, how close am I?
Close.
it's-
I'm
yeah.
picturing like an old like traveler caravan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I imagine. I think a very good description of it is that snake oil salesmen would usually have a cart and a horse, and they would take their goods along. But it also had a living quarter inside.
Yes, that's exactly.
But it also had like almost like a stage aspect to it, so that
A
they
medieval
could.
RV.
And there was also a bathroom and a kitchen. Yeah.
Didn't you say that the thing that happens to people that go into the forest is that they're shunned and people won't do business with them? Is this reaction?
Well,
That's
first
what would happen if it didn't start raining.
Yeah, right. Apparently.
Probably.
this is the first time that you've ever had this happen.
So even for the like severity of the thing that we did, this is still out of the ordinary.
What I would say is that there's a difference between what is viewed as what proper punishment is, and then when people are dealing with it, what they actually feel is the proper punishment. Like when you're looking at something retrospectively or something that you're not involved with directly, you're like, yeah, that's a decent punishment. But then if you're the one that's personally harmed, you want something worse.
Yeah.
That's kind of the feeling of this.
Okay.
Is that this is... I'm not having to deal with this personally. I want you to be punished for this.
So I don't think this is like disproportionate to what I expected to happen.
I mean,
It's not at least not like worlds away.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So you reach up, and there is a single goblin sitting at the reins of the horse. And
that's like what I
Yeah.
yeah, like that.
Oh, sweet.
for those
Fancy.
people who
That's
are
kind of like the thing in Bug's Life.
for those people who are listening to the podcast, it's exactly like I described it.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Shots
Oh,
fired.
yeah.
Well, no, I'm not. I wasn't saying
Hey,
anything
we gotta
negative.
think podcast. everyone. So let's take a moment and all look at each other.
Silently.
So you get to it, and there is a single goblin sitting at the reins. Had actually prepped the horse, and is hopping up and saying, "Boss, hurry!" and is jumping up and down.
I'm coming.
Was that goblin saying moss or boss?
Both.
That goblin was
calling-
screaming moss.
Moss. Boss
Moss.
over here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Christmas
and
sauce.
I would say it's a white horse with some light brown spots.
And you know that Moss braids beautiful ribbons and sparkles into that
course.
mane and
Oh,
tail
yeah.
of that horse, and probably also puts a fake unicorn horn on it. It sells memories with it.
Dogskate is
something.
in love.
Yeah.
So the two of you reach there. What do you want to do? And by the two of you, I mean Remy and Moss.
Moss is going to reach around, grab Remy off her back, throw Remy up next to the goblin, and then climb up next to them.
I'll allow it.
Are my other goblins inside the caravan, or are they just like...
You don't see any other ones.
Okay.
Wait, I get up there and I go.
Well, are you gonna go straight inside?
No, I was going to climb up top so that I can
So
see what's
you
going on.
you don't know what's going on inside.
Okay.
But only one of the goblins is visibly seen.
Can I open like a front window to see if anyone's inside my caravan?
Yeah, you pop open and you look inside and there's nothing.
Okay.
What would you like this goblin's name to be?
Oh, what are goblin names?
Rami,
Whatever you would like it to be.
Herring.
Herring?
Herring.
I love
Herring.
that.
Herring
All
the
right,
goblin.
Herring's going under allies for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay, I
Eric's
was
going over-
thinking of names in my head, and I came up with Rickard, which is Richard without the chub.
It's also a Stark name.
Yeah.
There's Rickon?
There's Rickon.
Rickon, Rickard. Isn't
Yeah.
it also there's Rickards?
No.
Rickard?
I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah. Herring the goblin.
all right. Herring looks at you as you're looking in there and say, "Other goblins do well.
What do you mean not do well? Like are they not safe?
Something wrong with the rain. They're scared. They run.
Are they coming back? Like, should we wait
No.
for them? Well, that's half my workforce. You're very loyal, though, Herring. Thank you for staying. Are you scared of the rain, too?
Yes, and you see that they've pulled one of your hats out
Uh-huh.
and has a big floppy hat, and they go,
Oh, cute.
I hope you don't. I hope you're not mad."
Herring, I
No,
love
that's
you.
fine, Herring. You've been with me since you were a wee goblin. It's all
Herring.
right.
I'm going to speak in Goblin really quick to Herring. Hey, Herring, you're welcome to get in the back. I can take over, like, driving the thing if you want to get out of the rain.
Yeah, but
Do you speak Goblin?
yeah,
you did. Yeah.
The whole party speaks
Everyone in
Yeah,
this party
everyone-
speaks
Common,
Goblin.
Goblin gang,
Orcish,
Goblin
yeah,
gang,
Common,
Goblin
yeah.
Herring looks over at you.
Uh-huh.
Like, Herring wants your permission to
Yeah.
do things.
Yeah, it's totally fine, Herring, but can you tell us a bit about the rain? You can go inside the caravan, but if you just talk to us through the
Herring
window.
jumps through the window. like
Yeah.
Herring's head gets stuck a little bit and then pushes through and then
Yeah.
gets to the other side.
Where's she, by the way? Has she jumped up yet?
I was
No.
gonna say.
We're gonna get to the two of you.
Here, I'll
Okay.
give us a guide to it. A Herring jumps in, and then I turn and go, "Where's my wife?"
I also want Herring to tell me why they don't like the rain.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you hear the paddles of footsteps of dog steps, and you see Dogske and you see Dog Giorno. Right behind, and the two of them ride up as you see Krug, like full on, like fist pumping, like sprinting, almost the exact speed as the dogs as they're going at their speed.
Herring, open the back of the caravan.
Herring jumps down and opens the back door, and as the back door opens, like a staircase goes, and it's like it falls out.
What was that?
It jingles, okay? Everything jingles, yeah.
As Krug
Go
is like
get in the back.
pumping his arms really hard and he sees the jingly like tiny staircase, he just goes
Hey, Krug, where's my wife?
Well,
I'm riding. So I'm riding
she's in
Dogskate.
front
Oh,
of
now,
that's
riding
right.
at
You're
the top.
on dogs.
So I
hey, she's
wanna-
right there.
I want to ride
sorry.
Dogskate up to the back of the cart or the caravan and just like send the dogs in, but I want to stay outside in the rain
Okay.
right now.
Are
So
you gonna jump up front with us?
yeah,
Okay.
All right. So
I feel like there's room for
I'm diving in the back.
two tinies.
I'm very small.
you're diving.
I'm
back.
diving in the back and I jump in and then I pull the stairs up and I go, please drive now, please drive now.
I'm gonna kick it into gear.
All right. So as you kick it into gear,
My
I'm not
horse's name is Snowball, by the way.
as you kick it into gear, all of you for free are able to look back as you see this mob kind of get to the edge of town as you ride away and just kind of like, they're just like shaking their fists. You know, they stop. They're not going to pursue you anymore, at least from what you can tell.
Well, I guess they didn't like my singing.
I holler back at them, we're gonna go back into the forest now, bye.
So Herring skitters kind of up to the window and looks up and says, "After you left, they were doing their work like you said, Miss. They okay.
It's okay, Herring.
Rain and thunder scares me. Okay,
That's totally understandable.
so it started raining, and after you guys left, and they were doing their job, and it started raining, and then everyone started getting upset because they had known that you had went into the forest, and so they all started yelling at the goblins, and they ran into the forest themselves.
Oh no, the
Do you
goblins
know
ran
which way
into the
they
forest?
went? Maybe we can.
I'm so sorry to do this,
They
but
split.
I think that we need to get my friends.
No,
They,
I agree.
I agree.
They went back into the forest. There were zombos in there.
Yeah. If we can slow down, I can try to track them maybe a little bit. See if I can find some.
You do remember interacting with one of them when you got back into town, and they were like almost shunning you.
Okay, so they might not be interested in joining the group.
And Herring goes, Miss, they blame you.
Also, I'm just pointing this out there. It's pretty dangerous in that forest. If you don't remember,
No,
I've been nothing but great to my goblins.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Krieg, but I think more important is the fact that the goblins blame Moss. How could you have a horrible thought about Moss the Magnificent?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't. And they literally touch their nose.
Well, thank you.
Robin
Thank you, Harry.
mirrors
You've always been the most loyal, so.
is Herring very young?
No.
Okay.
I mean, goblins don't live very long.
Yeah, I mean, like in the scale of
Tell me
goblin
about it.
time.
Yeah,
Like-
don't remind me.
I would say that they're probably mature, but the thing is that they've traveled with Moss, and excitement and carnival-esque kind of life has been their life. So
Sure.
they look at life kind of almost childlike in the sense that everywhere they go is wonder.
Sure.
I also think that Moss, like, despite kind of being a snake oil salesman, probably like pulls these goblins like off the street and kind of like takes them in and pays them and feeds them and stuff. So it's surprising to her that they're not loyal, but it must mean that shit is serious.
Yeah, and more than likely it's there's probably more layers to it than at least you can work out in this
But right
moment as
now-
you're trying to get out of town because there's a mob of people coming after you.
Yeah.
I think that if anybody wants to come back, they can find me. But I guess I'm. I wouldn't say stuck, but you're all traveling with me now. I mean, I could put you to work, but
I'll be in your show.
Yeah.
I
If
mean-
there's a place for me.
Wait, do you want to be in the show now?
I've
With the dogs?
I would also
I've
like
always
to
wanted
point
to be in the
out
show. I
that
think the dogs are a separate matter we need to discuss privately still. But
So,
I've always wanted to.
do me a
well-
favor, and you're gonna roll a survival check
All right.
for your
For the horse.
for the horse, and I would
For the
al-
horse?
Yes, I would also like to point out that you're going to take a -2 because you're fatigued. In fact, you
have
are
not
all
rested.
fatigued.
We're all fatigued. What was
I
that?
haven't slept yet.
What I'm doing-
We've been awake for a very long time.
Okay.
Remy, sorry to
I'm
interrupt
doing
your-
survival, huh?
Yeah.
Okay,
You're
hold
driving.
on. If it's survival to drive a horse, maybe I should drive because we would know that I'm better at it. And
Or
so,
you can.
yeah.
Or the other thing is Herring. That was Herring's job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can leave Herring, who
I was-
has slept and is fine, and the four of you
I
can
think,
rest.
well, yeah.
I would be rolling
Well,
with a
Herring,
+5 after
Herring was scared.
exhaustion.
Are we good? Are we still in the rain?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should
Why
probably...
don't I?
All right.
why
And
don't
the
I
thing
take
is that Herring
Alright.
feels safe because they've got the hat on, but they just don't like it.
Moss has a very excessive collection of giant witch hats. Just FYI.
Oh, I'm for sure putting one on.
Yeah, do you have a spare for me? 21.
You
21
don't want to
for
be in
what?
the rain?
Survival. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to be in the rain? I feel
I
like
suppose
I
if you
rain,
want,
but I can't say no to
if you
hat.
want one, you can. And she
No,
reaches.
not if it's a bother. If it's
No,
a,
she goes like this to Herring, and Herring gives her a hat. She sticks it on your head. There you go, but you're just borrowing it. I got that one
course.
from
No,
a
of course, I would-
famous
yeah.
designer. Oh my, he wined and dined me that night at the end
Robin
of the
like looks
night.
you right in the face and says, "I will take such good care of it."
And I start nudging you. No, you're driving.
It will be-
You're driving.
I'm sorry. 21.
21 something.
So for everyone else, you are very fatigued and you are all very, very tired. But the problem is that while this is a comfortable space, there are 2 dogs in here as well as a goblin.
It's crowded.
Yeah, it's crowded. There's none of you can lay down unless the other 3 are standing.
Well,
where I'm driving us towards is, I think, the last place that we had set up our hammock.
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
So you're gonna go into the forest.
Yeah, I mean that's the idea.
So you're
right?
gonna have to get a horse and carriage through the thicket, which means
Sure.
it's going to take a quarter of the time, and you're gonna have to have someone out front clearing the path for the horse.
4 times
Does
the
that
time,
sound?
quarter the
Does that
speed.
sound like something we can do? Take the horse through the thicket.
What? I mean,
No.
that's a question for Herring, but
It doesn't seem worth it.
I mean-
There's nowhere else we can go. I mean, how fast is this news? How fast is this like?
You also know that it's the
travel, yeah.
opposite direction of Anunnaki.
Sure.
Oh, we should probably just go down Anunnaki.
Yeah.
We need to find Arturo.
We need to find
I
a
would
place
love to
to
see
set up
Arturo
camp.
again.
We need to find
Safe.
2 Arturos.
No, we only need to find one Arturo because the other Arturo, there's no way. I mean, like, I've never been more sure.
Totally. Well, I mean,
anything in my
the second
life.
Arturo is a good backup for sure.
The second Arturo
Yeah.
is a good backup.
Well, you know, we might need to talk. To
Well, you know what they say
Yeah,
about
it's-
backup
yeah.
plans, everyone.
Well, you both know of 2 Arturos. The 2 of you knew the rich, affluent one,
Yeah.
and then Remy.
I'm never gonna say it, by the way.
Remy knew of a slightly scummier Remy slightly scummier Arturo that worked with them in the military.
Where's just keep this in mind for when we do run into him. He wears all black and went and greets people by saying, "Come here."
Okay.
I would. So then I want to start riding towards Anunnaki, but like I think like we need to find a place that we can safely set up camp as quickly as possible. I think so we can like rest and then
Does
carry
anybody
forward, but
actually have camping supplies?
always? I mean, look around you. Camping supplies are everywhere.
So
Oh.
here's a couple options for all of you. You can
Yeah.
stop on the side of the road and camp out, and all of you can rest. The other option is you can actually, the 4 of you could sleep at the same time if you allow Herring to drive, and the 2 dogs walk along the side of the cart.
And the dogs
Can
are doing okay.
Is it possible for me?
Oh yeah, they've
Cool.
rested. They were
Oh yeah,
involved
they
with
were
any of-
sleeping
Yeah.
the entire time we weren't sleeping.
Is it possible for me to rest next to the driver? Like, is there another seat where I could like? Meh.
There's a seat, but it would be uncomfortable, and you would still be exhausted after
Cool.
your turn.
I'm gonna let him do that on his own.
Moss, because she's a diva, is just going to go into the back without saying anything and go to bed.
Yeah, there's probably a nice bed, and then there's probably some like hanging cots where the goblins sleep.
Goblin-sized cots.
I
Could
go
just,
over
like,
and
No,
curl
no,
up
no,
into a
no,
ball?
because it's cheaper to buy a normal size
Ah.
cot, so 2 goblins would sleep
Yeah.
in it.
Sure.
I'm like pushing on one of the cots. Oh, honey, these are like better than the ones we have in the forest.
Of course
I
they are.
feel this.
What'd you say? They're magnificent. 21, Jake. 21.
Are you still driving?
So far,
Okay.
but I liked the idea of having Herring maybe could.
Hey, Robin, there's room for 2 goblins in here.
Yeah.
Guys, please don't.
No,
I mean, I'm not technically
just
a
wait for a
goblin,
bit.
but I mean, I'm goblin
I know, but
size.
you're like the size
right?
of a
I
goblin.
could be a goblin for a night.
We're just
Wouldn't be
gonna-
the first time.
we're just- Wait, can you change your skin color to look like mine?
I peek back for a second and then I just have green.
You're driving, you're driving.
I'm 21, Jake, by the way. So anyway,
Wait,
yeah,
Herring,
I wouldn't mind a little nap.
Herring, I'm gonna go over to Herring. Herring.
Excuse me, can we just...
Of course, sorry,
Oh yeah,
boss.
you're trying to sleep. That's right.
Or boss,
I'm
should I
gonna-
call him boss now?
If
gonna-
you-
Yes, boss.
No, this is fine. It's just, maybe whisper.
Whisper. Yeah. Okay. So I start whispering.
Also, we should be speaking in Goblin just in case,
Oh yeah. No, we all know Goblin because I thought I could talk Goblin to Krug, so Krug knows that.
Moss
Robin
just pulls her
knows
hat
that.
over her ears.
Alright. I lean into Herring and I whisper. I'm like, hey, like, sorry, you're gonna be okay if we like put you out there in the rain and like driving and stuff, but you got the hat on. so it's-
They nod their heads.
Okay, Herring.
Their heads.
Okay.
Head.
Did you?
Singular.
All right. Cool.
Of a rare triple-headed goblin.
Let's have like a word. No, that you can say or like something so that like if you need to wake us all up like immediately, there's like
They like. Where are you? Like, what? Let's get a little placement of.
I'm-
Are you
I'm-
both inside?
We're both inside.
So, Herring reaches up and like points at a bell that is up at the top of it, where whoever's driving to wake up Moss before they've arrived would actually chime it, and it would be when Moss would know that they have arrived.
Okay.
So
Aaron,
they point at, they're like, I'll hit that if any problems happen.
I do want to say, like, this is gonna be really morbid. I'm so sorry. If an arrow shoots and hits you in the head and you die immediately, how is that going to wake us up? Are you going to reach back and pull on the bell?
I'm pretty sure the horse will either go really, really fast or stop.
Okay, but what if they kill the horse and you?
from inside the thing, you hear Crew go, Remy, I've been meditating my whole life, and you're still the only person who can keep me from going to sleep. Please go to sleep.
Okay. Oh, no. Oh, all right. I'm sorry if I'm trying to keep us all alive here.
So Herring climbs up and sits next to you and asks for the reins.
And I pass him the reins, and like as my hands touch theirs, I say, "Hey, you got this, Herring." I'm gonna cast guidance on them.
Okay.
So they just have a +1 to driving us.
I thought you were gonna say I got a 21.
So do me a favor.
You got this.
As you cast guidance, roll me a percentile die, please.
Pro percentile. I'm gonna use my new ones from Ottawa. 77.
Cool. Nothing happens.
Okay, cool.
I
hate that.
You got wild magic surgeon around here?
No. It's something we've discussed already. I assume you climb in. And
Yes, and I would like to be my hair and skin is all just like goblin green, or would you prefer a goblin blue as you are blue yourself?
Probably a goblin blue.
Goblin blue. See, I would say I just match Remy like exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all are into some kinky shit.
Hey,
Again, remember when I said at the very beginning of the episode what we were going to be talking about?
we're just sleeping.
You also
We're
said
just-
some stuff about
We're
the
just
players.
sleeping and cuddling and sleeping. That is it.
All right.
Yeah, and I do want to say, because I feel like I have to. I'm going to take my armor off
Okay. Cool.
to sleep.
All right. So
I'm not.
I would say almost immediately. As soon as it kind of
arrow.
as soon as
An
it
arrow
gets,
hits the horse and the driver.
as soon as it gets quiet and the only sounds you hear is the clapping of the horses and the rain. Anyways,
Wow, that's really good.
That was good, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have coconuts, so
all of you fall asleep.
Oh, sick.
You guys are all so
Literally
tired.
exhausted.
You're exhausted that as soon as it kind of just starts to slow down for yourselves, you all fall asleep.
okay. Now for the rest of the episode, you just role play your dreams.
For all we know.
So
No, Remy, go to sleep. Remy, stop it.
who
Stop
would like to wake up first?
You're dreaming about me just talking forever.
Robin tends to, so actually, Robin definitely wants to wake up first,
So-
and I would like Robin wake up first.
I'm okay with that. Krug also habitually wakes up at 5 a.m. to it's just like farmer life ingrained
Yeah.
in him, and also monastery life. Now that I think about it,
This can be conflicting because also Remy has a very scheduled,
This is true.
regimented.
regimented.
That's
You're
fine.
gonna
So-
sleep till noon.
Yeah.
The three of you can wake up. That's no
sleep.
problem.
Wait, we're all laying and our
Ting.
eyes just open at the same time.
Okay,
I got this.
Yeah,
I got this.
yeah.
So all of a sudden, you guys kind of get that REM sleep. Anyways,
For the podcast, Indigo just pointed at me as if he made a very good, clever joke.
For the podcast, that voice belongs to William, who's playing Remy.
and for the podcast, that was
no, stop.
him.
And
Amen,
you
amen.
all kind of hit that level of sleep where light things can wake you up, and you all
tonight.
notice that you're not moving anymore. And in fact,
No.
you start to smell the smell of smoke and fire a little bit.
Not my
I'm
hearing.
like fully under the blanket, face can't be seen at all. And I just poke Remy, Remy, is anyone else awake?
I'm gonna
It sounds
stealth
it smells
get out of
bad.
my bed.
Okay, roll.
Actually,
Okay.
before I get out of my
Okay.
bed, I'm gonna stealth try and look around to see if there's any.
Well, you don't have to stealth that. I would just say roll perception.
Oh, okay, cool.
Krug, are you awake?
Yeah.
So are we.
I'm not yet. I'm not. And Robin is just under the blanket,
Robin.
frantically fixing her
Robin,
colors
you got-
as they've
keep
all
it-
just swirled
keep it
together in her
down.
dreams. Sorry. I hold on. Just hold on.
All right. So with your perception, you can see them wiggling around in their
Yeah, you
cot
just
together.
see the blanket just bumps moving
And
everywhere.
and you
Hey,
can
guys.
see that Moss is sound asleep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I need my beauty sleep. Duh.
Have we?
Do I still feel
Have we taken a
exhausted?
long rest? Is this?
You all have this is you waking up.
How do you get hit points back in Pathfinder? Is a long rest?
It's your con modifier times your level.
When I take a rest.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Con
do
mod-
not
con-
just heal.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Con modifier times my level.
So right now it's 1.
So I get 2 health back.
It is not forgiving.
But you can heal a lot
Mine
like,
is
outside
8,
of short
so-
rest now. So.
Oh wait, no, con modifier. Never mind. It's
Oh, yeah, is
-1.
it score or modifier? It's modifier.
Modifier.
Okay.
What do I do if
Wow.
it's -1?
It's 0.
Cool.
I think it's minimum 1.
Are you sure?
No, I'll double check.
It doesn't matter. All right. So what are the three of you doing?
I am taking however much time it takes to fix my coloring.
I'm gonna put my armor back on.
Okay. I believe that takes like 10 minutes.
I'm going
takes
to
like 10
aid.
minutes. Oh, thank
Okay.
you.
Which I think it drops it down to.
I have no idea what it does. I want to try and do it silently.
Okay. Roll me a stealth. And then
I'm
the
also-
two of you roll me a perception.
Yeah, because I want to know perception while I'm doing that. So thank you for asking me.
23
Is it-
23,
for stealth.
15 for perception.
15.
God, I love rolling an 8 and getting a
So
total of 15 at level 1.
you're like buttoning and you're like strapping these pieces on very quietly and calmly, and like not even a single like ding from the armor hitting each other, and
13
a 13
for perception. Yeah.
and you hear crackling, and you can feel that wherever this fire is, it's close because the warmth is kind of wafting into this.
You better not burn my caravan.
Am I normal? Do I look the way I would
Yeah.
like to? Okay, cool. Then I'm going to jump out from the cot and like peek my head stealthily out. Actually, if I can like stealthily just like climb up over the kind of like looking over the top.
Okay,
of the
so roll me
caravan.
stealth and a perception.
Yeah. This stealth is 21, and perception is 8.
Oh no.
So you get up there real quietly and you slide open one of the doors and you look out, and as you look out, a waft of black smoke comes into the cabin. And
no.
that is where we're going to take our first break.
Oh.
Jake, I swear to God, if you burn my new caravan,
We'll be back. Have a wonderful break. Get some water, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to be. We will be back in a few short minutes. Welcome back, everyone, to the second part of Court of Corvids. As we ended off, a cloud of black smoke hit, and you start coughing uncontrollably. What would the rest of you like to do?
Moss is just gonna sleep through the smoke.
You tell me.
Does
Do you
the
wanna
smoke
wake up?
come into the? Is it filling the?
It's not filling. It's just like a lot. You can it's just stronger now.
I'm gonna wait till someone yells for her because it would be really out of character for her to be waking up now. Yeah.
I want to poke out the front.
Okay.
What do y'all see?
Roll a perception.
I said that.
I'm the one who should be doing this.
I will say that Moss has like a Pavlovian response to the bell.
God.
Just
Yeah, I was when.
Yeah.
I've got plans for that bell.
11.
Oh, do you?
11 for perception.
I'm gonna eat it.
11 for perception.
You look outside and you can see that there's a small campfire set up right outside, and you see Herring with a black pan
Yep.
cooking eggs.
Jake, you asshole.
Burning it, perhaps. Burning them a little bit, maybe.
No. It's just
the smoke from.
It's the smoke from the fire.
Okay.
In fact, Moss doesn't wake up from this because this is what Moss is used to every morning.
Cool.
I'm gonna come back in and be like, Herring is just Herring's just
Sorry. Go ahead.
Herring just making breakfast. Herring's making breakfast.
No fucking way. This whole thing is breakfast?
Not very burned, but it's breakfast.
Is this like a goblin cuisine or something?
I don't know.
Bert is the goblin dog.
I mean, I never burned the stuff that I'm
Yeah.
cooking. I mean,
I'm
very good about.
I'm gonna step outside and look.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make my own perception check.
Oh yeah, no, I don't trust Remy.
Cool, I got a natural 20.
Oh come on!
Okay, so I meant with that natural
dice are
20.
weighted.
With that natural 20, there's a couple things you notice. Inside the cabin itself, you notice up in the corner of inside, you notice that there is a small little setup where there is a chicken sitting in the corner in a little nest. And right
You did not just give Molly a chicken.
and right below it is a basket in which collects eggs.
Wow.
And outside,
Molly got a chicken and a horse. And a goblin.
and
This is the best day of my life.
and outside, when you poke your head out, you notice that Herring is cooking eggs. And the smell of the smoke is because it's a cast iron and that is constantly used. And so it's just the blackness, like the additive flavor from the cast iron, it just causing smoke to billow.
My chicken is named Onion.
Krug looks
a
at
great
the
name.
eggs and then looks at Moss and then looks at the goblin and looks at the eggs and goes, yeah, that tracks.
I'm gonna hop out and I'm like, Herring, I want the eggs.
Herring goes, I've prepared breakfast.
Nice.
But
I need some goblin friends.
But
Are you a goblin?
I said I need some goblin friends. If I make something for myself, then I'm just.
I need
like,
some goblin friends too.
I can cook eggs, hon.
Hold on, take it back, you fucking.
I'm joking.
Okay,
I'm joking.
thank you. Yes.
Sorry,
I thought we were best friends.
Herring goes, I've prepared breakfast, but no one's allowed to eat until Moss wakes. That's the rule.
Okay, wait. I have a feeling. Is there a specific way we're supposed to be waking her up? Because I feel like if I just went
We
over
heard
to
it
her
was
bed,
the bell, right?
if I went over to the bed,
That's
I was
for
like,
emergencies or
Okay.
if they've arrived at their
Gotcha.
destination.
Okay.
I feel like if we went over
Krug's
to her,
gonna turn around and walk.
I feel like if we went over to her bed,
grab the pillow and throw it at Moss.
I'm honestly, I think I'm gonna try to catch the pillow until we figure out what Moss would prefer. Like honestly, I got to think in character here.
So I'm outside
Yeah.
talking to Herring, being like, "Oh no, like how should we wake her up? Because if we go to the bed and just like jostle her,
And as you're having this conversation,
And
you
the-
notice
you're
that
going
there
over-
are 5 plates, right? One of them has a large portion of eggs, and then the rest of them all have one
so
egg
that
on
one's
it.
mine. Each has one egg.
And so you're going to make me an attack roll
Okay, sure.
with using dexterity because it's a ranged weapon.
Okay. Ready for this to not be a natural 20? Oh, see? Okay, hold on.
It's just add your dex.
Yeah. 13.
13, and you're going to roll an acrobatics to try and grab it.
Okay. 15.
Wow.
You it's not good enough to grab it and catch it, but you're able to
Like, knock it out of the
yeah,
way?
you just
Sleeping. Magnificent. Quiet.
This definitely wakes you up.
Okay, so this is like something rising, like an elder god rising from the deep. So like Moss usually enchants her hair to be like sparkling and stuff. It's like it's like static now, and her hair is just like sticking out like crazy.
I know that
and
feel.
She like her robe is like askew off of one shoulder, and like her makeup is smeared all over her face, and she kind of like rises chest first out of the bed and is like, "Who dare wake me from my slumber?"
Robin just points at Krug and like backs out of the
Remy
caravan.
pokes back in and is like, oh, okay, so we're supposed to... Oh, Jesus!
I mean, good morning.
Good morning, there's eggs.
Moss, I have a question for you, Moss the Magnificent. How do you look so good in the morning without any work at all?
No, that's very sweet.
Just a
I'll
question.
keep you.
That's how I feel.
She like puts her hair up and like wipes her face and like trudges out like half dragged.
Herring grabs the plate with multiple eggs on it and rushes over and hands it, lifts it up to you.
If you guys thought that Moss would be a dainty eater, you were sorely mistaken.
Hell yeah.
It's like watching like pigs feasting in a trough. Like she's shoveling. It is horrifying. You can't tear your eyes away.
In fact, there are no utensils.
Oh, I thought that was my plate.
That's fine. I would like to just look around and find the plant that I'm usually able to fashion into a utensil for eating eggs, such as this. Survival?
Sure.
Why do you need a utensil
12?
when you have hands?
You grab as they're eating, you grab a stick and you sharpen it and you just stab the eggs to like it's not a fork, it's not very
exactly.
good. You're most of the time
I'm
you're
honestly
like
showing off at this point. Like, look what I'm able to do.
yeah, but it's not very good.
No, yeah.
I wipe my perfect sharp teeth and I just swoosh, start going to town on the with my hands. Oh.
Nice. Herring walks over to you, Moss, and says, "We've gotten to Arcturia, but I camped us out just right outside because I didn't know if you wanted to make a grand entrance or not."
Moss curls a ring around her finger, takes it off, hands it to Herring. It has like a ruby inlaid into it. You always do so well, and you're the only one who stuck around, so thank you. So where's our
Herring jumps up and grabs your wrist and pulls it down to them and like unfurls your hand and puts it back and closes it and then like grabs your leg and nuzzles their head into you.
Moss looks highly uncomfortable, but like kind of like half pets Herring's head. Like, oh, they're there.
I'm gonna go for a run. You guys tell me when you're done with this, and I'm just
Be
gonna
careful. Hey, we need to like
Okay,
work.
but where we're camped out, like how far is on
Anunnaki, it's like
Like a
it's a night's
ways.
travel.
Okay.
Yeah, you traveled all night long and got to the new city.
Oh.
Did we do like a? Was our path through the forest?
No.
Okay, so
Took the
it
trail.
was
We're following
totally legitimate
paths.
the way we got here. So if I just like run down the road, it's not like
Yeah, if
oh,
you-
you're coming out of the forest.
Yeah, you can. Do you want to run towards the town or do you want to run away from the town just for your morning job?
The new town that we're like pretty
Yeah.
much in. Like
That's
almost.
a good question.
Which again is Arcturia.
Yes, I'm gonna run.
Arcturia.
I'm gonna run away from the town.
Okay.
Run away
Are
from
you
the
like
town.
scouting, or are you
No,
just like
I'm-
going
no,
for
just
a
morning job.
run?
Waiting for y'all to finish eating and stuff.
But I was running away. Okay, so we need like some sort of a word or something that you know. So like if you get like jumped or someone
What about
attacks
like,
you,
oh shit, I'm getting jumped?
how loud can you say that?
I don't know. I was drunk during the festival. How loud was I during the festival?
You're very loud.
Okay, cool.
You're too loud
Oh, I'm sorry.
most of the time.
Oh man, I feel bad. Now.
We've been meaning to talk to you about it.
Oh no.
It's not to be.
No, I can work on it.
If you didn't now, you
Oh
didn't
no!
know,
Wait!
and
No!
now
Wait!
you do,
Wait!
so-
Wait!
Excuse
No,
me.
I'm too loud.
Oh,
no!
We went back and forth for a while. We thought, but
You're really
actually,
quiet,
they're too loud.
it's
You
me.
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
speak up for yourself more.
Excuse,
All right,
excuse me
right,
if I may interject.
Always.
Being loud is one of my charms and one of the reasons I'm so famous. So
Does that mean are you gonna
perhaps
come
it's
on my road?
not such a terrible. Why would I do that?
So that
Great
you can be the
question.
one to yell.
What?
So you do the.
If there's trouble, you can yell with your magnificent loud voice.
No. I'm just saying that there's benefits to being loud, like fame and riches and the adoration of many men and women
and getting caught by people
and
and stabbed,
other people in between.
You know.
So I'm gonna sprint off for like 5 minutes
Where
down the
you
road.
gonna
Since we don't have a lot of time, I just like full bore as fast as I can for 5 minutes and then back.
Okay.
I would like
What
to.
would the rest of you like to do during that time? After you finish eating, by the way, Herring grabs each of your plates and like starts to like stack them and like puts them in like a little tray to be washed later.
I love you, Herring. Moss would never say that. But my heart says that. Moss is going to enchant herself back into not looking like a swamp monster.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Robin is gonna just like do like a little scout of the immediate area, see if there's any people that have been near here recently, anything we should be on the lookout for, people or beasts, basically, like dangers in the area.
All right, roll me a survival check.
Survival. 22.
So immediate dangers, you don't see any, but you do notice that there are posters of a single person almost everywhere.
Okay,
Like,
I want to take one.
Okay, you take them, and it looks to be a large male elf with dark skin and is got no like soft features, but like their chin is like chiseled like very hard. And they've got this big smile, and it looks like they've got some sort of large weapon on their back.
Do I hate them?
No.
Okay.
No,
but under enemies for sure.
And it says the hero of Arcturia.
Okay. Do I know? Have I heard of the hero of Arcturia before?
Roll a social.
Social. Let me just check my socials. That's like a 3.
It's a real Remy roll there.
Yeah. No. Okay. Cool. Well, I will have that now. So,
Yeah.
Cool. I'll bring it back to the campsite.
Okay.
And then I'll look at it and I'll do a roll.
Is this about the same time you're coming back? Sure. Would you like to roll social as well to see who this person is on the poster?
Society.
It has to be society.
You might want to roll Underworld just to cover that.
Wow.
You don't feel like it's the hero of this area.
Sure.
It's probably not an underworld
that's
kind
true.
of thing.
I feel
That's a
like
good point.
this is a lying roll because
no.
Moss would know everything.
15.
A 15? What do you got?
10.
10?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're coming back.
Yeah.
Actually, don't roll for me.
Okay.
So the two of you, this was actually a very low roll. The two of you know that this town had some major issues in the past. It was very similar to the troll problem that both Krug and Remy dealt with.
Yeah.
But this person single-handedly took care of it themselves, and the town basically we're up in a roar and just loves this person, and you know them to be extremely celebrated throughout town.
Then do I know a name?
Yeah, the name is the hero of Arcturia. No one calls them by their real
The
name.
artist
Do we know
formerly
his
known
real name?
as.
You do not know their real name.
The hero.
Krug, when you get back
What
in,
does he look like?
a large,
Large male elf, dark skin, soft features with a chiseled chin.
yeah.
Oh,
That rhymed.
I mean, I heard it, but he had to hear it again from Moss.
Moss wasn't listening, but
because
Molly was.
Moss is extremely into that.
Krug, you walk up as they're holding this poster up and they're kind of discussing who they think it is, and it looks very familiar to you.
Who's that?
Oh.
Oh
My
no, it's the
future
hero.
husband, obviously.
It's the hero.
Hero of Arcturia.
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 What did
Look
he,
here.
What did he do?
There's his
Heroic
face.
things.
You remember when we took care of the troll problem?
Yeah.
From what I remember, this person, this dude here, he come in and he go, hiya, and he take care of it all on his own.
The whole thing?
The whole thing on his own. Look at the picture.
We were with him.
I've heard he has mini skills.
Look at the picture.
Was it just the two of us, or there was like a military there?
Yeah, it was a small group of people. I would say it was probably about like 20 or so people when you had taken care of your troll issue.
So you're telling me that this one person did what 20 of us?
I mean, look at him.
Well, I'm sure that I could do the same things that he did, but I just don't feel like it.
No,
Oh,
you've
yeah,
got
of
more
course,
important things
of
to deal
course.
with. You've
Yes,
got to
like
make money
bringing
and
joy
impress
to
people
all of the.
Well, I'm pretty sure
Show
he
love.
brought a lot of joy to the people that lived.
Okay, but
Yeah,
only
that's
here.
true,
Okay,
so-
I bring joy everywhere.
Can I warfare lore to see if I know anything specific about, like, specifically how? First of
mean-
all. Okay, well, that's not good. 7.
7. Do me a favor and you roll a society roll.
Okay. Which one's this one? Really interesting. 12?
A 12?
Yeah.
You look at this and you're pretty sure that this is one of your brothers.
Oh. Oh.
Wait,
What?
It's
An
gonna
elf
sound
brother?
weird, but I think I might be related to that guy.
but you're not an elf.
No, my family adopted a lot though. Is a farm town.
Wait, did they
So-
adopt you or the hero?
Wait.
No,
So you can introduce me
Oh God.
to the hero.
Yeah.
Of Arcturia.
I mean,
think-
I've just really been wanting to collaborate with him, so
Yeah, we can definitely set that up.
gonna
I
drop
just
the hottest mixtape.
I haven't talked to him for a while.
The
I don't know
kingdom.
what is up with him. I haven't
I
talked to
mean-
any of my family for a long time.
Looks like he's been chiseling.
Yeah,
Mostly
looks
Yeah,
in
good.
this
has.
area.
Yeah,
Mostly
really
in the
focused.
facial
Jaw.
region. Yeah, I see
Well,
it. I see it.
I would. The photo is actually about waist up,
Uh-huh.
and you can see that this person is ripped.
Okay.
Pectorals, six pack, the little the sexy handles
Yeah.
on the side. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna try to have sex with an NPC.
I'm just gonna.
Wait, what?
I want to hop on Dagorno. Dagorno, come here. Hey,
Okay.
come here. Here first eggs. Okay, Dagorno, we're gonna go into town. We're gonna go look for his person.
I can come with you.
No, I'm
James,
coming. I'm
I
absolutely
mean,
coming.
yeah, we might as well
Oh,
agree,
then
right?
well,
I think we're all going,
Herring,
right?
my
is there
Mia,
any reason not
please.
to?
Herring scuttles back and holds up a mirror.
Oh yes, perfect as usual.
It's true.
All right. ready
If
to
we're all
go?
going,
Anybody
I do
else
still
wanna
want
do
to ride
anything?
Dagorno. I don't want to be locked up inside of that
Herring?
thing anymore.
Yes.
Will you stay here at the campsite?
Yes.
Watch Onion and Snowball and make sure everything's
Mm-hmm.
fine.
Yes. I will brush Snowball and Onion.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
going to go get myself a husband.
Um,
I mean, collaborator.
Are there more posters?
Yeah, they're everywhere.
I'm gonna grab one too and put it in my.
Yeah, Moss takes one and
Pocket.
throws it in her caravan.
Boss takes 40.
So you walk into Arcturian. This area is actually, I would say, very heavily influenced by Elven culture. There isn't a hard edge on any surface. Everything is rounded. Everything has like just innate just beauty to it. Like things are etched with silver lining. There are many, like I said, there's no hard edges. Everything is a spiral. Everything is smoothed. And you walk into the town, and the town is very quiet. It's also still raining, I would like to point out.
Oh, word.
How is that fire?
Yeah.
Fire can list.
Yeah.
It's not heavy rain anymore.
Sure.
It is a
Gotcha.
light sprinkle.
Mhm.
Never
A
mind.
drizzle.
If it's just a drizzle. I
Yeah,
don't
it's a
really
light
care.
drizzle. It's almost unnoticeable.
I
Moss
can't.
is just like intermittently enchanting her hair though,
Sure.
so that it does not get effed.
I could be sitting on your shoulders like with a.
No,
Are you not riding your dog?
I could hop off if Remy would absolutely hop off if it looked like Moss was like having to deal with the rain.
Moss is fine. She's got magic.
Okay.
Um.
I'm staying on Dagorno then.
So yeah, what would all of you like to be doing?
I'm gonna-
Also, sorry, one more thing. Sorry, one small thing. As you go into town, there is still these posters everywhere.
yeah.
Are they advertising something?
No, it's just like a celebration. Almost.
Like, hooray! Look at this guy.
Yeah, like
This feels like a waste of paper at some point.
Yeah, right. Like, you
I
think
mean,
they just
like-
put up one big sign, then it'd be good.
I mean, like, if only there was like a way that they could like mass produce a lot of them at one time, but like one person had to sit down and like draw every single one of these.
as you are doing that, you walk to the center of town where there is a large stone monument of the champion of the Arcturia.
Oh
Yeah,
my
well, they could
God.
just have that. I mean, that.
This is yours.
Oh,
You know?
how do we look together? And Moss like poses next to it.
You look very small.
You look small. Yeah.
Oh, I've never felt small before.
The pose in which they're standing is they have their right leg out, their left leg is slightly bent, and they're holding what looks to be like a giant maul in their hand, and they've got like a ferocious face on as they look like they're ready, like
Okay.
heading into battle. Is what
There's some good artists in this
Yeah, I
town.
want to
Like,
know who
well,
did this.
well,
Maybe they can.
elves, you know, we
Is there like a plaque or like
no
a...
offense, but you know, top tier society art aesthetic. That's just kind of our thing.
I mean, like your buildings look kind of weird, but like
No, they're beautiful. Your
I mean,
buildings look weird.
Your
Our,
buildings look weird.
our buildings grow from the ground, so.
our buildings are probably weird.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, all of you roll a perception check.
Okay.
Husband time. What?
15.
Not natural 20.
Wait, where's perception on this sheet? Oh god. Why?
One of the most common. Whoa, that was fun.
Hey!
Natural 20! If you couldn't tell from the yelling, podcast people.
11.
11. So
11.
everyone below 20, so the Moss and Krug, you're going to get a little bit more information. You notice that all of the doors and all of the shutters within this town are closed. What Moss and Krug notice, though, is that as you're walking through town, you actually notice that some of the shutters like open up, and then as soon as you kind of like start to glance towards that direction, they close quickly, but silently. Like they're not like they're just like just slowly like peeking out, and that there is no one walking around in the city, and it feels weird.
Y'all, this city's going through some stuff. It's like
everything's
reasonably morning, and there's nobody out here, and people are being strange.
Moss is obviously like known here, like she's been here, so she feels really weird about this. Does she know anyone like close in this town that she could go inquire with?
Roll a society.
Okay.
Have we seen any like guards or like nobody?
I mean, we could just go to like a tavern. That's where
We just
everybody
bang on
hangs
one of
out.
the doors.
So that's 21.
21. You know that there are 2 taverns within the area.
Okay.
And you also know the keeper.
Okay, I know the keeper. Well, as Moss the Magnificent, I've spent some time here with my fellow elves, and I know the keeper, but I also know there's 2 taverns. So, that's where people loose lips, etc.
I mean, maybe we shouldn't go see the keeper, given.
Yeah, I'm not keen on
I mean,
keepers at this time.
Who knows
honestly.
that we were in the woods?
The keepers?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't like
sounds
being
okay,
mixed
but-
up in all of this business, truly.
Tell me
but-
about it.
I mean,
that's
maybe
why.
the people are not out on the streets and everything because it's raining, and maybe
Yeah, I was
maybe
gonna
they're
say,
not like used to.
Does
the
it
rain.
look like it rained here when it rained in?
It is
It's
currently
still
raining.
currently raining.
Oh, it's still. Oh my bad. I
Yep,
missed
yep.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
No, I'm kidding.
I think a tavern would be a good place to start. See if anything's especially strange been going on
Yeah.
here.
I mean,
I mean, I can always use a mead, so...
if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
What is that in
I'm-
relation to?
We should start at a tavern.
Oh God, yeah.
I want to mention earlier, Robin, when we got into town, changed her coloring to be. She's normally like purple skin, green hair, and like when she's in society. But it's probably just like very pale skin and like brown hair right now, just to not stand out as much and not look like a Way.
Okay.
Way being her family.
So there are, I believe the answer was to head to a tavern.
Yes.
Yes.
So there are 2 taverns. There is the Dryad, and there is the Kobold.
Which one's better?
The Dryad is much higher class, while the Kobold
Dryad.
is more like you drink to get
Okay.
drunk.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's 2 options here. One is my personal favorite, the Dryad. Much higher class of people. You would all fit in perfectly there. The other one is...
Remy's like picking their teeth. Oh.
she's flattering.
I mean, maybe since there's obviously, different information to be gleaned from different walks of life, 2 of us go to one and 2 of us go to the other.
That's not a bad idea. Personally, I would
Maybe you should go with Moss.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yes, yes,
look,
yes,
the
you-
Dryad sounds great. I have to tell you, I'm very out of practice talking to the higher folk.
Oh, don't worry, I'll talk for you.
Okay, I mean, I might have some of my graces still, but
The important thing is that y'all keep each other safe, because something weird is going on right now.
And,
Yeah.
oh,
Maybe
you can
people are just sleepy, I don't know.
open with the joke you like to tell.
oh, I have a joke I like to tell. Yeah. If we
open
find
with that joke.
I mean, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Can you tell us the joke?
The time might come, but I don't think you're ready for the
All right,
joke
all
just
right,
yet.
all right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And then
Maybe
you can open with
if
that
it's
joke that
good.
you like to tell.
Oh, yeah. I don't know
Maybe
what
if it's
he's
good, I'll use it in my act.
So yeah, we're Krug and I are gonna go to the Kobold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Funny jokes.
1001 jokes on Amazon order.
Hashtag not sponsored.
So, Krug and Remy, you hit the cobalt first. Outside, there is a picture of a cobalt with its tongue sticking out, its eyes crossed, and its hands to the left and right of its head in like an L shape, like almost like a moose. And so it's just kind of like, and then below it says the cobalt.
Oh, can we live here?
Right? This is great.
Okay. Well, do you want to go in first or me? Or Dagorno?
Dagorno for sure.
Okay,
No,
I'm gonna open the door.
why don't you
okay,
walk in
for
at the same time?
Dagorno. I don't know. I mean, it's creepy. You're the one who was like, be careful. I'm just trying to be careful.
Why would you send Dagorno? Dagorno's gonna get hurt if anyone's gonna get. Let's just walk in
Dagorno-
together. Let's walk into teamwork.
If someone is like expecting like a person, even like a goblin
Yeah.
sized person come through, and then a dog come through,
Yeah,
they're
that's
not.
surprising.
They throw a punch expecting they hit someone, and it's like, oh, they miss.
no.
It's a dog.
It's a dog, and then the dog can bite. All right.
right.
You made your point. Let's do
Okay,
it.
I open the door. Dagorno, go in first. If someone tries to punch the air above you, you bite them.
Dargorno walks in.
That's the start of your joke.
Dargorno walks into the bar.
Oh my god.
Dagorno walks into a tavern.
I think we're gonna.
Okay,
I think
we're
it's our
good.
turn. Ready?
I'll walk in next because if they're expecting a person size and they
Right.
punch
And it's
above
a goblin?
me, then I can bite them with
Yeah.
my sharp, nice, shiny teeth.
You do got sharp knife.
Okay,
shiny
I
teeth.
walk in.
All right, so the two of you roll, or whoever's going in, roll me a
I'm
perception.
I'm going in right after.
Yeah. Why don't you both roll it?
God.
17.
17?
6.
6.
Wow. Shins.
With your 6, you see that this tavern is completely empty, but there is a fire in the hearth that is lit and is going. Behind the tavern, you see an assortment of bottles that are different liquor that you can tell, but it does not look like anyone is there. You're 17. You can hear the sound of the bottle on the tavern spinning back and forth as if someone was just touching it, and as soon as you walked in, stopped.
There's nobody here.
I don't know how to go about this. Since we were both in the military, do we know like the hand signal things? You know what I'm talking about?
Do you want to?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that works.
Go for it.
I'm gonna silently point out the bottle
Okay.
and like tell him to listen.
And then Remy will listen. I think I can pick up on that. I have big ears. I have big goblin ears.
I go like this and I'm like,
Oh. And then like I do
Uh-huh.
but then I'm like, I put a finger up to my lips as a shush kind of thing, and then I point to my head and I nod, and I'm gonna start like maneuvering across the wall in like a flanky kind of position.
Roll me a stealth.
I'm gonna do the same thing in the opposite direction.
So tense.
Oh Jesus!
Oh boy.
Don't get in a battle with me. Not right now. I'm not rolling today. 8.
13?
13. You can hear Remy's armor sliding against the stone wall every once in a while.
Is it like loud enough that I'm like, everybody heard this?
No, it's a silent room, but
Yeah.
the only sound that's happening in this room is the
Crackling
hearth, like that's crackling.
Sure.
So it's like it's there, but it's not like I'm over here. It's not a giveaway.
Yeah.
You're very quiet. Just every once in a while, maybe a creak on the board, but nothing that you don't think that you could get away with.
Yeah.
As you flank around, you continue to move around the room, and as you get to the bar, the two of you spring over and look over at almost simultaneously as you see that there is a kind of overweight elf in a bar, keeper's outfit, like hiding behind the bar itself.
Hey, where are you hiding from? Oh Jesus Christ! Sorry, you scared me.
I scared you. You scared me.
You scared me. I scared you. No way.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing?
Do you not know what's going on?
It's raining.
Yes. Yes, it's raining, but which is weird. But it has to do with the fact that the champion's gone.
Oh, they are all. No.
But why does that mean that you're hiding?
I don't know who you are.
What happened?
This just made a really funny noise.
I can remember the name we were in.
Yeah,
So now you're just terrified of everybody that walks into town because the champion's gone?
First of all, there's some rumors going on, and I'm a little nervous, all right? Okay.
What are the rumors?
There's a rumor that some people went
Yep.
to the Grove.
Oh no, who would have done that?
Roll me!
I don't know if you heard, Jake.
Hey! I did good. 22.
22.
Oh, good.
22.
I'm so glad you rolled a 22 because Remy's just said.
When you said who would have done that, I was like, well, we did that.
I'm gonna say with your 22, that was probably distracting enough from your like, oh, that was us. And he's like, yeah, there's rumor from Anunnaki, or not Anunnaki, Palladian, that some people went out into the Grove. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, like the keepers do that.
Yeah, but the keepers are supposed to. That's how we heard. Everyone is supposed to hide away until they've been caught.
Oh, it wasn't a keeper even.
No.
Because you didn't say that before, and so I wouldn't have known.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, everybody has been told to hide until the people are caught, and then what happens to them?
They'll be punished and dealt with. I mean,
you have a little bit more information than we do. Like you see, we were we weren't.
We were at the festival.
Roll me another perception.
Honestly, didn't know what you were going for. I'm sorry if I'm ruining your life.
No.
This is cocked. Do you want me to re-roll it? It's between an 11 and 13.
I mean,
12.
both of those are. Just give me the 13.
Okay, cool. Sorry, you said deception. 17.
17.
Oh, God, I'm so good. I'm glad your curse is pretty good.
It's not. Just trained in deception. Oh, it's pretty good.
He looks over at you and he kind of stands up and brushes himself off. Well, I mean, everyone was at a festival last night. I mean, it's just. What can I get you?
Information.
We were.
Wow, you're the first adventuring group to ever say that. How about you buy something and I'll talk a little bit more. You kind of tell that he's a little annoyed now.
Yeah. Look, all right. Give us each your finest. What do you drink?
Mead.
Mead.
Hard liquor.
Hard liquor mead.
Hard liquor mead.
Is that?
We only have potato mead. Is that fine?
no,
Great,
yeah,
two of
that's
those.
fine.
I love
Russia?
potatoes.
I love potatoes.
Yeah.
Can we have something for my
would
dog?
you like to actually, with your society, you know that this entire town is 100% vegan.
Whoa!
Oh, hell yeah.
So there is nothing in this town that is animal byproduct whatsoever.
I love that.
Where's Maddie?
Can we get something for my dog, Dogorno? Dogorno, hop up. And Dogorno hops up to the bar.
Like onto the bar or just the front paws?
stool, front paws on the bar.
He's a good boy.
He knows how to sit at a bar.
So like, look,
At a
if you're
bar.
paying, I don't care.
I will pay for my dog.
All right. And they bring over. They walk away. They're like, "Cool, you're having the full meal then," and walks to the back.
While in the back, I want to go over to. Okay, so are we not telling people that we were in the Grove?
I mean, I think that's a horrible idea.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
No, we're on the same page. I was
Yeah.
worried for a second you were gonna do it.
No, I didn't.
Because I definitely wasn't.
No, of course not.
I didn't even.
Except
say
for
it.
that one time just now where you.
Where I said it out loud.
Yeah, that one time. Yeah.
Yeah, that won't happen.
But it's okay.
So it's okay.
Everybody gets one.
It's fine. No, yeah, everyone has one mistake. One
But-
little mistake.
Yeah, as long as we're on the same page, I still get one though, right?
Oh, you still get one mistake.
I get to say it out loud.
Not
once.
if I use yours.
Oh shoot! All right. Cool.
Which I could right now.
I would actually prefer it if you did.
We went into the Grove. Cool. Okay.
We're gonna go back. We're gonna go to Moss and Robin.
And I think Dog's gay at this point.
Yeah.
So.
So
bonus.
the three of you walk up, and at this location, this building is completely stonework. Outside of it, instead of a wooden sign, you actually see an embossed metal built into the wall itself, and it is a beautiful large tree, just kind of going over, and it says the Dryad.
And it's going like this.
Hey, boss. I'm guessing this is a kind of establishment that I don't want to bring my dog into.
Oh, he's fine. He's
so?
he's our guest.
You know for a fact that that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as they're clean, of course.
Yeah.
No, Moss, I gotta tell you, I used to be around these sort of high society folks a lot, and I was really good at it, but I'm just full of all sorts of anxieties right now.
You're going to be fine. We'll get a drink in you. You'll be okay. You're with Moss the Magnificent, remember?
Yeah.
Aren't we friends?
Are we?
Yes.
I'd like to think so.
Then friends go to taverns together.
Okay. Should I be calling you boss?
No.
No.
You don't
Is
work for
boss
me unless
okay?
you want to.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it. Maybe that's like a future conversation.
Yes.
I have a feeling the world's gonna be a little different for a while, and I
think
hate to
all
say
this
this,
conjecture is perhaps exhausting.
but yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, a bit,
Yeah.
a bit. Maybe let's go inside.
Yes, yes.
I would love to follow your lead. I do have a really good opening joke. If you think it's a time to use it, just let me know. I do have one.
Is it suitable for a place such as this?
It's suitable. Yeah.
Okay. Then I accept this proposition. But let me do the talking first.
Of course.
So Moss like literally like flourishes her cape as she opens the door and like turns as she goes in and then like flourishes her cape out as she goes into the tavern.
So you do that, and as you do that, you look around and you notice that there's one person with their back towards you writing something on like what looks to be like a chalkboard. And they're writing, and they're like,
Moss the
We're
Magnificent has arrived!
and they're like writing, and as you hear them start to say we're closed, stops, drops the chalk, turns around and goes, oh yes, come right in.
They know.
They sit you next to the hearth, and at the table you notice that there is a center like glass piece that has a tube that has out of it, and you know it to be a hookah. And on the table, they someone like everyone kind of scurries after they walk you in, and someone walks over to the table and goes and sets down a plate of grapes and some bread. And then say, yes, what can we get you this evening?
Well, of course, your finest honeyed mead and perhaps some insight upon what is going on here, and also an audience for a joke.
Yes, ma'am. And they walk away.
Wow, that was amazing. You just talked to them like it was nothing.
I'm a regular.
I'd like to be a regular somewhere again, maybe. No, actually thinking about it, I hate that idea. I hate it.
If you stick with me.
Sure.
So they come back and they take the bottle of mead and they pour each of you a glass and set them in front of each other, and they offer, would you like this chilled or non-chilled?
Chilled is perfect.
Chilled is. I like chilled.
They drop a like a ball of ice inside of each one of them.
Great.
And he looks up and goes, and your audience is here. And it looks like two chefs have walked out, and they're just kind of standing there like, what do we do?
All right, this is Robin Way. She's my apprentice.
Yes.
They just kind of look at each other. Cool.
Hello, so a bear walks into a tavern, goes up to the bar, and says, I would like a mead and a water.
Mm-hmm.
And the bartender says, what's with the big paws? And the bear says, I don't know, I was born with them.
The waiter like circles their hand, and the two chefs sit there and go,
Boss is genuinely laughing her ass off.
but you can tell that they've got zero sense of humor. And then after there's a bit of laughter, the waiter kind of waves them away, and they're like, yes.
Isn't she delightful?
Wonderful. Yes.
Does she call me delightful?
I believe there is a place that they could perform. I don't believe there is a high class area high enough here, but maybe in Palladian there might be some place that you could perform and get quite a bit of money from.
Oh, I'd be very happy to take her to Palladian.
Can you imagine going to
that is
Palladian?
where I'm the most famous, and
Of course.
Were you speaking to me?
No.
Does Moss know the name of the bartender? That is like.
No, this place is like almost like it's almost like a constant like opening and closing door. Like there's always someone fighting to be like the top like taster, and so it's like they're maybe there like max like 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then someone comes in and is like I'm a sommelier or whatever the fuck it's called.
Sommelier.
Yeah, that thing.
Honestly, I like your pronunciation
Yes,
better.
Silmarillion?
It's got the name in it, so I'm into it.
And so they so no, you don't know the name of them right away, but the waiter looks at it and he goes, I do apologize, but we are a little bit short-staffed today, but if you can tell, we're also a little short, well,
not of stature. She is
No, it's okay.
yes, we're actually technically closed today because of what's been going on, so
what exactly is that?
I'm surprised someone of your stature does not know what's
I
going
thought
on.
She knows. I don't, so you have to say it for
Yes,
me.
exactly.
Well, apparently there has been some wrongdoing in Anunnaki, and
You
so-
don't
I keep
say.
saying it in Pleiadian. I apologize. Yes, apparently some scoundrels went out into the grove during
Scoundrels,
the yes.
you say?
Scoundrels.
The keeper came back in the middle of the rain last night and announced it to everyone to hide away. They said that they're going to be getting a description very soon of this group. Apparently, it was a group of 4 people.
You need a description.
I'm so glad we split up.
I don't think you need a description. Like they would probably just
Well,
ruffians, good for nothing.
Yeah, they most definitely are, but we must get them because it is.
Certainly not elves.
It's going to be.
Especially not famous elves.
It's going to be at least a year of this rain. Apparently,
Yeah.
food is going to be in a. Everything is going to be dry. We're going to have to completely
Fantastic.
figure out a new way of growing things for the next year. It's looking like we might have some major losses.
Well, have you met Robin Way? She's a druid. I believe that means she makes things grow.
Is that true?
Wait, that was in character. Yeah, it's true.
Deception.
Druids make things grow.
5.
Solid.
Yeah, it's true.
They look at you and you can tell 100% that they're just like, sure. And they look at you. So I do apologize, like I began this conversation, but we will all be very short-staffed. We are only doing some basics tonight. But we do have a room available. We have a master study still available for the evening, if that is something that the two of you are interested in.
Maybe.
Question.
Yes.
Which direction did the two of you come in from?
Which direction is not Pleiadian?
From Lyran.
Wait.
From Lyran.
They're like, did you happen to see...
The ruffians?
No. They came from Pleiadian.
Oh, yes, that's right.
No, but there is rumor since the rain has started that our champion has started going to Lyran. Apparently,
has he now?
They're heading down to Anunnaki for some reason.
Oh, that's strange because I'm on my way to Anunnaki to perform my newest solo show.
That's wonderful.
It is a one-woman play.
It's a work of art, sincerely.
You can tell that their level of boredom has just like reached its peak, and they're just like, "That's wonderful."
Seriously?
Well, if you,
Wow.
they're snobby people.
Asshole.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, if you do make it back to Anunnaki, I mean, wait. If you're going to Anunnaki, why would you be coming up from
She
Lyran?
wanted to stop at her favorite tavern, of
That's
course, to
true.
show her apprentice.
Yes.
Both of you roll a deception.
That's some tight
21.
shit. That's some JoJo shit right there.
Oh, yes, that's good.
Cool.
Oh, you got
19.
19?
21.
21.
Okay.
And I rolled a 20, by the way.
They go, they look at you and they're like, they have this inquisitive look as they're kind of trying to puzzle things together. And you say, she wanted to come to her favorite restaurant. She goes, Yeah, the waiter goes, well, that makes perfect sense. We are known all around
Of
for...
course, yes.
Do you remember that campaign that I did for you?
Yes.
Boss the Magnificent loves the Dryad.
Yes, so, please let us know if there's anything else you would like for the evening. But please, if you do see our champion, please let him know that we would love him back. We desperately need him here.
I suppose, if we just happen to run into him on our travels, I could say a word or two to him.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
What does he like, this champion?
Amazing. I mean, I would say magnificent,
of course,
but we know...
He's fantastic.
That's right.
What does he like?
What does he like?
Yes.
Does he like tall elves?
Well, I mean, he spends a lot of time alone.
Well, that's no good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but good to know.
I mean, there's always whenever he leaves his home, there's usually a swoon of people around
Of course.
him. But yeah, he went pretty quickly after hearing about what was going on.
Okay. Well, thank you.
What is his real name?
He pauses and kind of strokes his chin and he goes, we've only ever called him the hero or the champion of Arcturia.
Well, then clearly his name is Champion.
Exactly. Yes.
Sir Champion the Brave.
I bid you adieu. Again, please call if there's anything that you need. And he...
Put it on my tab.
Yes, of course.
Moss,
Yes.
since we are friends, I
We are
friends. For the future, I just have sort of a request as we talk to strangers, to new people. I like to live as much of a private life as I can. If at all possible in the future, we could refrain from telling people sort of who I am and what I do. And honestly, you can make things up as long as it's not the truth. I'd rather people not, know much about me.
See, Robin Way, you are a woman of deception.
I prefer to not have to lie.
It adds such interesting layers to who you are.
She's just like turning red.
I find myself more and more intrigued by you, Robin Way.
Well, I wasn't going for intrigue, it was just a humble request. But if I've intrigued you, then I'll take it. I'll take it.
I
Moss
shall
the
play your
Magnificent.
game.
Again, not a game, but okay, I'll play it too.
All right, we're going to hop back over to...
And then the bear says, something about I born with them.
Something about
I was
arms,
born,
right?
It says
Bears got long arms.
It says no. I already did the long pause, the big pause. You're not. The bear says those are my hands. They're not paws.
I get it.
The barkeep comes out and puts 2 plates in front of you. Each plate has 4 white gelatinous cubes. Each one of them with...
Are you talking about from
Like
the...
D&D?
No, not like the creatures.
Okay, great. I was like,
Gelatinous
terrified.
as in the
Oh
texture.
God! Don't eat that.
And each one of them has what looks to be like either some sort of jam or
green
like
man.
gravy on top of them.
Cool.
And he goes, all right, so you pay up front and I can answer whatever questions you have.
I give him... I have 4 gold. How much? Just like, I don't know what you want me to roll, but like, what is lubrication money like?
Probably like 5 copper.
Cool. A silver.
Cool.
I give him a silver.
He takes it, bites on it, and he puts it in his pocket.
Does that actually do anything?
What?
When you bite on it.
You can. This is a question, so I will answer this. You bite into it, and each type of metal actually has a different sort of.
Does it taste different?
Yes.
Asking more questions.
Yes, it does
bite
taste
into it,
different.
and then it's like,
And
that tastes.
each metal. Well, but the problem is it's in people's hands and in their pockets, so that taste you can't rely on. That's why you just use your teeth and you kind of bite it, and if it leaves an indent, you can tell what kind of metal it's made of. If it's a soft metal, if it's a hard metal, and you can also tell if you bite into it, if it chips away of any of the color,
Tastes
you're
like
able
pig
to.
or something. No, because like the thing about the taste makes so much sense. Because like sometimes even when I thought like if I accidentally like
Session is off the
get my finger like next to my mouth and I taste it, I'm like what was that? You can't even trust your own tongue.
Yeah, it's because you don't know where your hand's been. You're gonna count that as a question, aren't you?
I mean, I didn't give you a limit, so.
No, hold on.
okay,
A question
fair
for
enough.
what?
But I will be honest with you. If you go too long,
Oh yeah.
a silver only goes so far.
I get you.
Oh no, we're doing the thing. Oh, do
Yeah,
the
you
thing.
see?
Do the thing.
All right. I'm gonna.
I have another question if you're stumped.
Yeah.
who the statue man?
Yes. The hero of Arcturia?
Yeah, you said the thing like you're asking us where he was.
Yeah.
So did he like leave, or is he like gone?
From what I've heard, he went missing last night. Well, I guess this morning.
Went missing last night. Guess this morning.
Yeah.
Is your keeper here?
Yes, our keeper came back last night.
Where is your keeper?
The keeper's at their home.
Oh, where's the home?
Do you want me to draw a map, or like, do you want me to just
It
describe
feels like
it?
you're being a little sarcastic.
No, I'm not. Like, if I told you it's his house.
You want me to draw a map?
Yeah. Do you want me to draw it? What?
Wait, are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah, draw me a fucking map. That sounds dope.
I was asking you a question. Do you want me to draw you a map from here to there, or do you want me to just describe it? That's what I'm asking
If
you.
you're gonna ask me some questions, you gotta give me a.
Do you also know where the champion's home is?
Yeah, the champion's home is pretty close to the keeper's home, but it's empty.
A map for both. A map. Put the keeper home, and then put the other home.
Okay.
And draw a line and like some roads and stuff. Yeah, that would be awesome. Do you want like, I can bite your hand.
What?
He just kind of
Cause like then I can let you know how you taste.
No,
you should probably keep your teeth. They look too nice. You should probably keep for bite.
Thank you.
It's for metal. It's just for metal.
Just
though.
for metal.
I mean, I wouldn't. Yours looks. You should bite.
I'm-
He points at Krug. You should not.
How about nobody bites you?
No, I meant metal, not me.
Hey, when you say that, Dagorna goes.
Dagorno has, by the way, like licked the plate clean.
Yeah.
Is Dagorno like? I'm gonna slide my plate also over to Dagorno and just be like, "Here you go, buddy.
Okay.
Can
Yeah.
you go
A little bit more.
dishwasher?
I don't
A little
want
bit
it.
more.
I don't
Yeah.
want to eat it."
All right.
Little bit more.
Are there any more questions that you want? Are you drawing the map?
Yeah.
Okay.
While he's drawing the map, I'm gonna pull William to the side, like out of earshot of the guy.
Who's William?
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna pull Remy
Remium?
off to the side. I don't know if I should be telling people that I think I'm related to this champion guy.
No, I've been avoiding it because, like, okay, if they think that like you're related and they actually believe that, then they might like expect a lot from you, and I don't want you to like have to live up to those expectations because he took out like the whole thing where we had like 20 people with us. There's no way you could do that.
Okay, well that's messed up. First of all, that was a long time ago. I've gotten a lot. Okay.
You're so strong.
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
have your fists out and you don't get killed by zombies, you're like punch.
Look, that was one time.
That was one time. It was yesterday.
Yeah, but it was also one time.
It was one time.
But
it was
listen, if they
yesterday.
think that I deserve an amount of respect because I'm related to this awesome champion guy, but also, what if they think that I'll like? I
no,
don't
they'll
know,
probably
know
think you're
where he
lying
is?
because he's
You
an
think
elf and
so?
you're a human.
Yeah.
I mean, like, no, people adopt all the time, but like, it's not the first thing on people's brains.
Yeah.
And, like, and he's really famous, and they adored around here. They're probably gonna be like, "Oh no, you just, oh yeah, no, I know exactly what this fucking guy's gonna say. He's gonna be like, oh yeah, know what? Me too. I'm also related to. Yeah, I can just hear it right now. His
You hear
fucking voice. Sorry, yes.
And he puts the piece of paper right next to the two of you, like right in there, and they're like, is there anything else you need?
I think we're good. But thank you for your help. You've been very hospitable.
What if I told you I was related to the champion?
I would say congratulations.
Thank you.
You hear a large bell ringing. The four of you all hear a large bell. As you all know, there is a large central bell in each major city, and it's usually a notification for people to come to the center of town.
Oh,
I
we
feel
all
like
better
maybe
get
we
going.
should do the opposite.
I
of
feel like
doing
we should.
that.
Yeah.
The
Bartender.
He pours bards.
He looks at you guys and they're like, I think that's the announcement for the description. They said that they would get it to us today.
That's what I thought.
And you start
No,
to
I'm sorry. The what?
the description
Of what?
the people that were up in
Oh,
Anunnaki.
the Grove people.
Yeah, they
No, the Palladian.
played God.
Anasui.
Palladian, the four that were up in Palladian. I guess the keeper said that they were going to give a description. But so I'm going to head out to that. But that means I got to ask you all to leave.
Oh yeah, that's
no,
fair.
I
That's fair.
understand.
Yeah,
We can
I
go
get
too.
it.
We need to go there too.
Yeah, we should absolutely.
But here's the
we have to
thing.
go get
We
our
do
friends.
have to go get our friends
Yeah.
first.
So we'll see you there, right?
I mean, like, and also
How many of you are there?
5.
2.
Wait, but if there's 2 of you, you're the
more.
2.
There's 2 more.
So there's 4 of you.
Well, no, there's 5 total because
Plus
remember,
a dog.
Yeah, you can, well,
Well, do you count the dog as a person?
no,
There's
not a
7
person,
of
but
us.
there's 3 other people.
Yeah,
'Cause
so
remember
the
we
4 of
picked-
us and then plus 3, so there's 7 total.
The goblin's not that good at math. There's 5 of us. There's 2 of us here. There's 3 more of us.
Both of you roll deception.
Well, that's true because we have our other goblin friends.
Yeah, yes,
but they are.
this
yes,
interaction-
I know.
Hey!
Oh boy!
No.
You have a hero point. You have a hero point. You have a hero point.
Using it.
I
Let's
swear
start with 1.
to actual shit if y'all get my caravan burned.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, don't worry. I put us in this. 18.
18.
The hero point. Let me ask you a mechanical question real quick.
You take the second roll no matter what it is.
Natural 1.
Awesome.
What's
Which
the
is a
total?
total of
Oh, great question.
Yeah.
It's okay.
5.
It's okay, boss. It's
Okay.
okay. It's okay.
and you had an 18.
Yes.
This is out of character. But I'm very attached to my caravan with my chicken onion in it.
We'll say the chicken.
I will carry the chicken out of the thing.
The,
like,
Carry
the
you,
barkeep
Mr. Onion.
kind of looks at the 2 of you and be like, I'll see you all at center town, right?
of
Oh
course.
yeah, no, of course.
All right.
I mean, like, well, okay, we already heard the announcement.
Yeah. I think,
we were-
I think,
we-
yeah. I gotta close
we
up.
came
So I
from a
think it's a
different
really good time for all of you to just go ahead and
Go.
Yeah. I gotta
of
lock
course,
up,
yeah.
and I want to get there on
Yeah,
time.
you
Yeah,
should
I know.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna knock him out.
Yeah.
I mean, go for
Okay.
it. Go for it.
All right. How are you going to make this attempt?
Wait, do we have like a signal?
Wait, I have the Dagorno is like licking that
Uh-huh.
like the plate, the clean. I'm just gonna take that and bash it over his head.
Okay, roll an attack for it.
I will give you like a look first, and then boom.
I'm gonna try to can I try and aid him by like grabbing him and like holding him steady?
What do I?
No,
what do
because
I-
he's on the other side
What,
of the
what
bar.
do I?
Oh.
What do I add to this?
This would be your strength, just your strength.
Sweet. Yeah, that's 17.
Are you proficient in? I guess this would be unarmed.
I don't know. I don't remember the rules.
I'm an expert in unarmed.
Okay, so add it as if you were fighter. Remember?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it's improvised, right? It's not an actual weapon.
No, but I'm.
Is that still a thing, actually?
If it will be better,
Do whatever. It's
I'll
yeah.
just punch him in the head.
No. Well, no, because it doesn't matter. So yeah, use your proficiency for unarmed.
Oh shoot. What's expert
4 plus
4.
level. Yeah.
4?
4 plus level.
Yeah,
4 plus
so
level.
5 plus your strength.
Oh, plus 9?
Yeah.
No.
No. My
Plus
strength
9
is plus
total.
4. Plus 9 total.
Oh yes. So it's 9 plus whatever you roll.
5 plus my
22.
strength plus
A
9?
22.
22.
All right. So roll me a d6.
A d6. Okay.
Okay.
Reasonable.
A d6. All right.
And add your strength.
6.
You knock this person onto the ground. You don't know if you killed them.
Dang, you hit him real hard.
I
and
broke
fa-
the plate.
the plate is like bent backwards, like, but they're on the ground.
You should take that with you. Don't leave that here. And I'm gonna go and make sure he's alive.
Okay, roll a medicine check.
God.
Well, this is a low roll, right? Okay. Okay. Well.
You're like, I'm not familiar with elven body.
Shoot.
Oh no.
Do you know where elven arteries are? Come here. Come check. See if you can find a pulse.
So you roll a medicine check.
Okay, cool. Hey, the one good roll! My one good roll! Mine's 17.
17. You put your hand up and you're like, you put your hand like literally like up their nose, and then all of a sudden their mouth opens up to breathe a little bit, and you're like, they're alive.
All right. Close enough.
all right.
Let's bounce. Now,
I'm
let's
gonna
go.
take
Let's
the
go.
tray and just put it over the face, like.
No, you gotta take the tray. And
Oh, okay, sorry.
I pick up the tray. It's
Okay.
the weapon. You can't leave the weapon.
Yeah, that's a good point. Wait. I'm gonna like break some shit really quick.
All right. I didn't.
Just to like look like an attacker.
I mean, it was clearly an attacker. He's unconscious on the ground.
Hey, John, are you all right out there?
Y'all.
Dagorno, come on.
Where are the two of you going?
I'm going to the Dryad.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I want to.
Yeah.
Okay, so not knowing that they're going to the Dryad, where are you going after this bell?
So we hear
back
the
to my
bell.
caravan.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
all
are
right.
we doing this?
No, you're literally doing this.
Of course we are. Of course we are.
Yes.
We also left before you did because we would have. I mean, it seems we're leaving as soon as the bell goes, probably.
Yeah.
Because we heard
we already
before.
know.
We already knew.
Yeah,
yeah.
So
we're
Moss
just like,
is
we
like,
know what this
no, we
is.
gotta go.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so we're back to you two. You make it
also,
to the caravan.
Indigo needs to know: did we pay before we left?
Moss said
Okay,
to
cool.
put it on their.
That's right on the tab.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so
I
that's
was like,
already been done.
That could bite us later. So yeah. Cool. It's on the tab.
So the two of you make it safely to your caravan, and Herring is over there brushing Snowball, and is like singing like a little goblin song, like.
I love this one. I'm singing along too.
But Herring sees him and goes, "Oh, hi! What are we doing?"
Things are bad. We have to get our friends. We have to dip.
Herring throws the brush back and like immediate like puts the bit in and like straps it in, like just gets everything ready like immediately. Like she's used to cutting and running with you in bad situations.
Robin Way.
Yeah.
Where's your husband?
Partner. I don't know. Probably the kobold.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
so
Don't
we're
we
gonna,
get them? I can bring them back.
we're gonna hop to you two. You make it to the Dryad, and it's fancy.
Oh man.
We made the right choice going to the other one
Yeah.
first.
This is.
Oh.
I mean, do you knock? Is there like an elven like thing that you do? I don't
They're
know.
probably not here. They all went to the middle of town.
Oh. Yeah.
So we just like go in like. Hold on, I'm gonna open the door.
You touch the door, and it's locked.
Okay.
Hopefully they were smart enough to go to the caravan.
Wife?
You roll perception.
Silence. You were so far away.
I rolled a 700.
Okay, so like either they're not here or they killed them.
I don't.
And my wife is dead, and so is Master Magnificent.
I think before you jump to that conclusion, we should go check and see if they, like us, realize that going to the caravan's a good idea.
What if they went to the center of town? What if all these like yuppie people were like, "Oh, you got to go to the center of town"?
That would be unfortunate, but I don't think that we, the two other members of this 4-member group, should go and accompany
Why are
them.
you so stuck on numbers?
Look, man, it's not
And
about the numbers.
someone walks by and goes, "Oh, we're all heading to the center of town."
The tray goes behind Krug's back.
I like reach for the tray.
Oh yeah, that's the thing of yours.
yeah. And they're like, would you like to join us to the center of town? I don't know if you've heard, but we're going to find out the description of those ruffians.
And
I'm so excited.
I've heard that the description. I've heard from it got to another
You wanna
town
be
first.
famous?
I heard the
I am
description
reading this.
was given to them by like it was a really drunk person. And they were just like,
Because it was the thing, you know.
that was the festival. It was a
the
really drunk
festival.
person, and they were blind in one eye. And
She reaches like into like a dress pocket and she pulls out what looks to be a wand, but it's extremely sharp. And she's like, "I've been preparing for this. I'm excited. Let's go."
Okay, I love it.
Yeah, I just need to go get my wand from.
Yeah, you should go get your wand.
yeah,
Oh
and-
shoot, and I need my wand.
Yeah, and your wand.
See you both there. And she starts walking.
Give me the tray. Give me the tray. Give me the tray.
I give him the tray. No, we don't need to use the tray right now, though. Let's run to the caravan.
Oh, okay.
So right as Snowball has been finally prepped, you see the two of them, and then Krug stopping and waiting for Remy to catch up, and then
Like a follow quest.
Wait, no.
PC doesn't
Follow
move at the
quests are
right
the worst.
I'm like running, and then I'm like, oh shoot, Dagorno, come here. And I get on Dagorno.
there you go.
Thank you, Dagorno.
You all make it to the caravan.
Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. We are in trouble. I think we need to go into the woods.
They're
we
about
need
to
to
get
go
the
home.
descriptions, and I
Yes,
knocked some
They're
dude
gonna know
out.
who we are. There's no way they don't know who Moss is Moss, so we are not safe in society.
I would like to think that my fans could ascertain that I would never do anything wrong.
Like most of your goblins left.
Moss, I would love to think that, but yeah,
they just
exactly.
are taking a break. They needed a vacation.
no.
Moss, as your friend, I have to tell you.
Are you friends now?
Yeah,
okay,
we're friends
cool.
now. We're friends.
Wait, are we friends?
Getting there.
Look, I'm.
The bell rings. Ding, ding, ding,
Everyone,
ding, ding.
Okay.
And Herring's like,
Herring, take us into the woods.
Well,
We have to hide.
well,
We have to hide. It's the only place that can hide us.
Herring literally looks at you and says, and the most stern you've ever seen Herring, and they go, "Get in the caravan."
Krug jumped up.
I mean, Moss is already up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get in.
Yeah.
And Herring literally, and the horse starts going.
Snowball.
Yes, Snowball.
Snowball starts.
As you look out to see where Herring's going, you very much know that there is around every town, each one of these cities, there is a small pathway around that, so you do not have to travel through the city. So Herring is speedily going around the town. The bell stops, and you know, as you travel a little bit further and further away, you lose the sound of the bell. Yeah, so you, after a little while of speeding, Herring slows Snowball down a little bit to a trollop.
What's her name?
A gallop, and pokes their head in and says, "Miss, there's someone on the road."
There's someone on the road. Moss,
Is this like quietly only to Moss?
No, they poke their head in and saying it quietly to you.
Moss very uncomfortably with her large stature, like, wiggles through the window to the front
Okay.
and looks.
Perception.
Yes.
Krug is also gonna poke Krug's head out.
Yeah, I want to see this.
I'm imagining
And also I'm-
Moss going through the center and then heads out the side.
Yeah, I'm at 23.
21.
19,
21.
21.
Wow.
Um,
All right.
Go team.
As you are riding down, you see a very tall, dark-skinned elf.
I have the poster in front of me. I
Holding
pull the poster
a
away.
large mallet on their back, walking by foot on the road.
Away from us?
Yes, towards
Oh.
Aliron, which is the direction you're currently going.
Oh, no way.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's
No!
episode.
Well, I think I know how the next one's gonna start.
And so that's where we're ending tonight's episode. Thank you so much. This is going to be a short arc, just giving everyone a heads up. Our final episode is going to be October 2nd, where we're going to end this arc, and then we will be coming back in the new year because we're going to take a little bit of time off because we've got Outbreak Undead,
Yay!
Nuclear Winter.
Oh my god.
So which four out of the 5 people here is on the show. We have Molly, and we have William and Jonas and myself. We also have Alquin returning in October. And I'm going to officially announce this. We actually have Alex from Hunters Entertainment himself going to be joining us on the 9th, which is going to be our first episode. So I'm very, very excited about that. And then, yeah, I think that's kind of like, that's what I got going on. And then I think we've got some stuff going on the end of November after we finish Monster of the Week, which everyone else can talk about some of their projects that they're working on. But to leave out, my name is Indigo, and the best way for you to talk to me is on Twitter, which is @IndigoQT. Jonas, let's start with you.
Yes, I have been Jonas Newhouse playing Robin Way. The best way to talk to me is also on Twitter. I'm @Jonas Newhouse on there. And you'll also be able to catch me every Tuesday here on Hijinks and Handlebars, a Kids on Bikes live stream that William may talk more about. We're doing some special stuff soon with Alquin, who Jake mentioned will be on the Outbreak stream. So if you're like, oh, Alquin, sounds cool, I want to confirm that. You will if you watch the streams with him in the next few days.
Yeah, I'm William. I was playing Remy, and the best place to find me is you can mostly get a hold of me on Twitter, but I'm also on Instagram @KWilliamWhite for both of those. You can follow the Twitter and Instagram for the Kids on Bikes tabletop live stream that I run called Hijinks and Handlebars, and that handle is @HandleStream. And basically, that's a long-running campaign with QueueTimes. We've gotten through an entire first season, and we are on our second season right now. And if you are watching this on Wednesday, then yesterday Alquin was actually on our episode that just came out. And the VOD will be out for that tomorrow on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. So
Right.
if you are a fan of Alquin or something like that, or if you're interested in the show at all, it is Stranger Things-esque. Stranger Things-esque, which is what Kids on Bikes is kind of based on, inspired by, if you will. So that's really cool. The episode is going to be, I'll say this, there's going to be some supernatural elements to the episode that you just watched,
Yes.
and next week,
I'm
that next
so
Tuesday,
excited.
because Alcuin is joining us for 2 episodes. And it's going to be really exciting. It's we're in season 2, and it's about to start kicking.
William
some
told
things
me
into
that
gear.
season 2
Go
is going to
off.
start with
Yeah.
this next episode, so I'm very excited.
Yeah. I've figured out exactly kind of what I want to do with this season, so that's exciting. And then, of course, Monster of the Week is going to be happening after Nuclear Winter outbreak, and that is Sam, who is also on Hijinks and Handlebars, and Jonas and myself are both on that show with our friend Sam.
Other Sam.
Other Sam, yeah.
And we have done 4 arcs. It will be the 5th arc and the final arc for those characters made for the show for a while. It is all that we have planned so far. That show fucking rules. So please check it out. I mean, Hijinks and Handlebars is great too. It's a long catalog. This is going to have a beginning, a middle, and end very soon. We're wrapping it up in November, December area.
Yeah, less than 20 episodes total.
Yeah, and it is really, 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 really good. Those episodes of the previous arcs are all on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel as well, in a playlist called Monster of the Week. And it's really good. Sam's an incredible GM. I really love everything that Jonas is doing in that show. I'm so fond of my own character. It's really, really, really exciting stuff, and I hope you would check it out.
Awesome. Krug.
Hi, I'm Krug. You can talk to me on Twitter at KrugQT. I would just like to remind everybody that this is not an educational stream. This is a homebrew game. We're going to get things wrong. Sometimes we're going to do it on purpose. Sometimes we're going to do it on accident. If you want to learn rules, legit, where we care about accuracy a whole lot, and we're not just playing the game that we find the most entertaining, you can go check out Game Gorgon on YouTube, where we talk about a lot of tabletop RPG stuff. Not just Pathfinder, we also do Starfinder. We also sometimes dabble in other RPG systems, although
We've done some D&D.
We've done D&D. We've done Numenera.
Yep.
We've done
Kids on
Bikes.
Bikes.
Yeah.
Lots of
Well,
stuff.
we haven't done Kids on Bikes yet because we're
No?
waiting for William to get on.
Did we do one?
No,
I did a thing.
William did a thing, but that wasn't for Game Gorgon. And we made a joke about William being mad at us if we did it. Yes.
And it wasn't a joke. We could talk about a lot of tabletop RPG stuff. Since Pathfinder 2nd Edition came out, we've been doing a lot of Pathfinder 2nd Edition, but we are getting back into Starfinder very soon. So if you're interested in either of those things, go check out Game Gorgon.
Awesome. Molly.
My name is Molly McIsaac. It is Molly McIsaac on all platforms, and it is spelled just the way it is spelled below, which is Isaac with a Mick on the front. I have a lot of really cool stuff coming up that I can't really announce yet, but
But it's really cool.
Yeah, you should definitely keep an eye on my channels, especially if you like Halloween stuff.
Ooh.
And I also just wanted to personally thank everyone for doing fan art of Moss.
Yes.
Yeah. It's making me really happy because she is probably the most truest to me character I've ever played if I was a malignant narcissist. I have been printing them all up and they're all on the wall in my office, and it makes me really happy. So thank you to everyone who's done that, and thank you to everyone who makes more art of her in the future.
The artist Tanamato for the Hijinks and Handlebars stuff.
Yeah.
We showed him the character mock-ups, so the drawings that we have for all the characters now, the designs. And we were going through them, and we got to Moss the Magnificent, and he just saw it, and he was like, gonna be a lot of fan art for that one.
That's our taco.
She's the best.
Yep.
In fact, if you want to see this fan art, head over to our Discord because that's where I've been pinning it. It's on.
I just realized that I'm the least fan artable character. I'm just
Monk.
a bald guy in a normal clothing.
I'll draw you.
I'll draw you.
But if you want to see that, we have a Court of Corvids channel dedicated to people that want to talk about Court of Corvids. We've been posting the fan art. We've been posting the artwork that we've had done for the show specifically. So check that out. Follow Court of Corvids on Twitter if that's your. I think you're hashtagging. What are we hashtagging? What's going on?
Hashtag Goblin Gang.
Oh yeah.
I was just waiting for my turn to talk.
No, don't. If you leave it up to that, I will talk forever.
Hashtag Goblin Gang.
Which I think we did. I mean, I didn't want to leave you with the full power of the Goblin Gang, but I feel that this is a good supplement.
Honestly, Herring, really close to approaching Rose's favorite character. Herring's the best.
Yeah, he is. He's my goblin. Obviously, he's the best.
Are you drawing?
What are you
Krug?
doing?
Nothing.
Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this. I have been in the chat during the premiere for this, so
Oh, I was like, what?
hi, old Indigo. I don't know, and because technically I'm gonna be older when I watch this, and since I'm awkwardly ending this, I'm gonna just end it.
I drew Krug.
Wow.
Boss Krug.
Wow.
Bye-bye.
Beautiful.
Bye.
Horse claps.